Well, we are back. First live show. We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we got special guests.
Multiple S.
Starting with Diego. Diego, listen.
He doesn't know how to say your last name.
No, I bet a lot of people...
Say my last name.
Nájera. Nájera.
No. Nájera.
Nájera.
There you go.
Oh, I like that. Nájera.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what?
I mean, you can say it either way you want to.
What do normal people come up and say? What do they say? Nájera?
Either one, yeah. Nájera. Yeah, they use the J, like a J, you know?
Oh, okay. What do you do? You hate when they say a certain thing?
No,
you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you say, everyone reads stuff differently.
Nájera.
There you go. Yeah. That's you.
You got to kind of put a little emphasis in it.
Emphasis. For
yeah.
Sure.
Hey, dude, thanks for coming, bro. This is amazing.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. We've been wanting you on the show for a long time, bro. You keep dodging us. What's going on, huh?
I'm playing dodgeball, man.
Yeah. Okay.
He was there for Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
He was. Oh yeah, you were. That's right. Yeah. So what's going on, man? You doing this? Are you going to be here every day at the Das Days event and everything?
Yeah, you got nothing, you know?
Yeah?
Might as well enjoy it all.
Well, listen, bro, you just filmed an amazing video part.
Oh, dude, thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Footage of Diego, bro. Come on, man. You fuck up every spot, man. What's going on?
You just dropped this other edit with the new shoe that came out for Adidas?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3ST.
3ST.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's picked it.
What?
He switched trade.
That's how, you know? Kick flipping picnic tables on long ways. Crazy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. You know, I'm just like...
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should have held on to that footage?
Nah, I mean, either way, I feel like anything I film is going to be put out regardless. Yeah. It'll be seen regardless.
There you go.
So whenever it's seen, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was nominated for Trick of the Year. It was up there, yeah.
Tiago just inched you out, huh?
Oh, nah, you can't, you know, argue with that.
I know. Did you vote? Did you vote for yourself?
Nah, never that. No. Never that.
Okay. I would.
You would.
Yeah, I get on like multiple computers.
He goes to the Apple store and starts.
Fuck throwing out a tweet. I'll just fucking. So what else is good though, man? Everything good? What do you got going on besides the video part that you just dropped and everything?
You know, same stuff.
Yeah.
Staying filming. I don't know, man. Lots of traveling, you know. It's kind of just barely catching up on my own sleep. But,
yeah.
Other than that, everything's been great. Just staying focused.
Sick.
You know, trying to skate.
And you guys got a new squad member.
Yeah, man. OG, bro. OG right there.
Yeah. How'd you feel when he came on the squad?
It was great, man. Yeah, definitely. You know, growing up, seeing him, watching him skate, and then having him come on trips with us, and let alone being a part of the same team is like,
it's crazy.
You know, it's pretty intense.
Did you go to Greece recently?
Yeah, it was just there.
How was that trip?
It was dope, man. Yeah, definitely a place to see. And when it comes to skating, it's a bit difficult, just, you know, because stuff is rough.
Okay.
But you deal with that stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Right,
so it's like, but overall, man, seeing Greece, the history that's been taken there is just like, overall crazy to experience.
Yeah. First time there?
First time.
Wow.
So first time there, and my dad's real big with like architectural and historical things, so like being able to share that to him, you know, it was like something tight. Yeah.
Wow, dope. Were you sending him photos?
Oh yeah, all kinds of photos. He was tripping. Yeah, he was tripping.
Does he just like that, or does he do that for a living?
Well, he wanted to do like architectural stuff for a living, but you know, stuff happens.
When you go to like Barcelona, do you send him photos?
Oh, everywhere.
Because Barcelona's insane.
Yeah, anything with like architecture, I'm sending it to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves like all that shit.
Sick. Raj, there's even flies in here, just like at your house.
Weird, right? It's crazy.
They follow you, man.
Yeah. It's got moths flying all around.
Stinky shit about
That's crazy.
Bro.
So, but you're from California.
Yeah,
you're from El Centro, right?
El Centro, California.
I had no idea. You know, I thought you were like from a different country, bro.
No, I get that a lot.
You get that a lot.
Yeah. Where do you think he was from? Where do you think he was from?
I don't know. I just think that, you know, what do people say, like, oh, we're, you know, do they have a spot that they think you're from?
I mean, Brazil, I get a lot of Brazil.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
That's one that I get a lot of. Right? I don't speak nothing Portuguese.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But you speak Spanish.
Speak a little bit of Spanish.
Little bit.
It's my first language, and then like, you know, going to school, whatever American school, you you speak English.
Right,
you know?
right. But did the family like keep speaking it in the household?
Yeah,
That's how you
always.
get-
It was a
because-
household thing.
Yeah, because when I go to Barcelona, like I know, like I pick up a lot, and then I come back here and I have nobody
It
who
leaves
speaks. What am I speak Spanish to Kelly? Like
You just do
know.
tongue twisters.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna know what you're saying.
Oh, I got to tell yeah. They'd be like, "What, dude?" No, I know a couple tongue twisters.
Yeah.
Spanish tongue twisters.
Some bad ones.
No, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to hear one?
Yeah, let me hear 'em.
Right. El perro de Cerroqui no tiene robo porque Ramón Ramírez no lo ha cortado.
Yeah, I don't even know that one. Good shit.
Right. Trip people out with that one, bro.
Trip me out with that one. I didn't know what you were saying, man.
So, what's it like being on the Adidas squad? You know,
Oh, dude. That's a crazy one. I mean, anyone can say, you know, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Which it definitely is, just because, like, let alone before that. I mean, Adidas, like, for skateboarding, people were already skating the shoes, and that was something that I grew up off of, like, you know, playing soccer and skating. Like, you have to choose between over you want to get a soccer shoe or a skate shoe because, you know, the cost of whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So, like, just getting, like, a soccer turf shoe, I was like, I could skate the turf and play soccer at the same time. So it was
Oh,
like,
there you
know,
go.
it's just crazy, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
Like, you're a kid wearing these Adidas, and next thing you know, years down the line, you got them as, like, a sponsor, as, like, you know,
Right.
backing you like that. And, yeah,
Did your family trip out on that?
Yeah,
Yeah?
all the time.
Yeah.
Even before that, whatever it was, you know, just getting, like, the recognition and the support by all these other
Right.
companies prior than Adidas, you know,
Yeah.
like, just in general, because it's not something that's normal at the household. So it's
For
like,
sure. And I feel like too, like when you came on the scene, you know, you've probably been around you live in California, but there was this like buzz about, dude, this dude Diego, have you seen like, and then you just went crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just went.
Yeah, I don't know
fucked
what it
every
was,
spot
man.
up ever.
It was. I think it's just the opportunity to be out here and like have the people who I was skating around just show the love. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Kelly was one of them for sure. You know.
Felix.
Yeah.
Felix. I could, the list can go on. You know, I
Right.
probably might even leave people's names up because it's like a couple of them. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, how did you? Who was your first sponsor?
first sponsor, my brother was. Honestly, he had his own company, well, a couple companies,
Oh,
just like
right.
that we would do on our own or him on his own. And,
Okay.
Like board brands or?
yeah, a couple board brands and just like little supplies and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But I'd say Struggle Skateboards, that was like
Oh,
my
really?
first skateboard company.
Sick.
That I was like, you know, ever sponsored, like complete, like he made boards, we went on trips,
Okay.
like, and it was my own brother, all love, like family, like blood, everything, you know?
That's it.
So your brother was a big skater.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I grew up watching a lot of the old, like, you know, old classic videos,
like Listen,
like,
and
you know,
Hot Chocolate Tour.
you can name them.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the names really, but like
Just anything that Chris was
I
in.
was sat there and I watched him watch those. You know, he's
Okay.
older than me, and he's my big brother, and I just, you know, wanted to do what Big Bro was doing. So it was
Yeah.
like, you know,
I love it,
He's
man.
skating, I want to skate, you know, and I was like 4.5. Going on my, like, turning 5. When I turned 5 on my birthday, he got me a skateboard, and it was like, ever since then, he just...
Was it his own brand board?
Nah, it wasn't. At
No?
the point, it was like some boy from the swap meet or something. like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
okay. How much older is your brother than you?
He 33. Yeah.
How many years apart? are
I'm
you?
23, man.
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And I got him. We got a middle brother too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Did he skate as well?
Yeah, he grew up skating as well, but he also did like music with like in a band and stuff.
Oh, sick.
And then, but
music-
still skated, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like took it anywhere. Wanted to, you know, he just did it because he loved it. We all did it because we loved it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Middle brother skates too?
Yeah, he still pushes around every now and then, which is
Wow.
crazy. He's hyped that you get
Yeah?
to push on one of my boards. It's like
Yeah.
for all the family, just get to ride on them. It's crazy.
Dude, totally. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Primitive. And you have your own bearing company,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Just started my own little bearing
Okay.
company, yeah.
And it's called
Nothing special.
Nothing
Yeah.
Special.
Why'd you choose that name?
You think of nothing special, you know, it's quite like everyone uses it every now and then. You might not even catch yourself use that when
Yeah.
you speak or try to explain about something being not as special when it technically is quite very special.
Yeah.
It's like how I describe this show.
You know?
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
No, but you would, you
Yeah.
know, you would say something.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because
yeah.
it's, you know,
Okay.
but it's quite very self-explanatory situation. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
just me and my friend Sean Apgar, so
Yep.
we're
Son
doing
Sean?
this.
Dope. And then what are they out yet or
They are out now.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got bearings and also like clothes and just random stuff that you could wear. It's bearing so small, you know. You wanna wear like other stuff as well, you know.
Totally. That's amazing, dude.
Thanks, man.
Swiss.
It's top of the line, man.
Top of the line. Okay. Listen, I'm so stoked on everything that you do, man. Like, and you do it so well.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
I'm a huge fan. You
Appreciate
know?
that.
Yeah, for sure. What else can we expect out of Diego?
Man, I mean,
Nájera.
nothing that, you know, I mean, I just the same, not expectations, but like, you know, just I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, just enjoying life and enjoying skateboarding.
Yeah, man.
And just all my friends and everybody who enjoys watching it.
I love it. Well, you know, I feel like you skate with, you know, like you're just having fun. Like you do gnarly tricks, you know what I mean? But you skate with this like demeanor of like, yeah, man, I'm just doing me. I'm having fun. I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Skates with power, dude.
You got to, you know.
A lot of power.
Totally. You have to have power to kickflip a table.
Shit, fuck,
like
man. You don't want it to
twice,
get out of hand, you know. You don't want it to think it's something else and you're not having fun with it, and then it becomes to be something that it's not, you know.
Yeah.
What size board do you ride?
8 1/4.
8 1/4.
Yeah.
Huh.
I want to go up, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I just be jumping. I stay jumping, man.
Right.
I think you're good
my
where you
mind.
are, dude. I think you're good at that.
Hey, it's all good.
Try 775, dude. That's what I say.
That might not work.
No?
Oh, snap that thing.
Yeah, but I'll be breaking these boys.
How
dude.
come nobody likes 775?
You skate
I don't understand,
that?
Raj. Yeah, I
love
love 775s.
I don't know. I think I just like the feeling of being able to land more. I don't know. It's just more to work with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the first trick you learned?
Bro, honestly, if this is a trick too, you know, you put the board on your feet and you like flip it up.
over.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
That's my
First
one.
trick.
Yeah, for sure.
Already flipping his board on the first trick he learns,
sure.
huh? Yeah.
That was the one. That was the one.
That's a good starter trick.
Yeah.
I like that. But what about like rolling?
Oh, that was rolling, man.
Oh, really?
No, I'm
That's
just
what I was gonna say. You got some Heelys on or something.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Nah.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, I don't really remember that far back, but I'd say like, you kick flip, or maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just thinking because my brother would do kickflip all the time, and I was like watching him do it majority of the time.
Right. Sick. Was your brother like better? I mean, obviously, because you started later than him.
Yeah, he was better in the beginning.
When you finally caught up to him and passed him, I assume.
I mean,
right? Like, what would you? Was he like stoked for you, or was there a little brother rivalry?
He was stoked.
Okay.
He was
okay.
more than anything. He would tell me too. He would just like look at me and just because I was so little, you know.
Yeah.
And he was just looking at me, and he would try to remember of him being that young and think of where like he was skating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really talk about it like that, but it's just like he you know, he just saw it. I don't know. He said he saw something. I don't know.
I love it. Yeah, for sure.
I just
Well, we're all seeing it now, Diego.
whatever it was seen or whatever. I don't know.
It's great.
I love this
dude.
shit regardless, you know.
Diego, man, thank you so much for coming by, dude.
Oh,
this
dude,
is an honor.
thanks.
And you know
Thank
what?
you again.
Seriously, bro, keep it up. Much success, Diego, dude.
Thanks,
Thank
bro.
you so much for coming
Dude.
by.
Thanks
dude.
for having me on here, bro.
Diego
First time, man.
Nájera, everybody, huh? Give it up for Diego Nájera. Yeah. Good shit. Thank you, dog. Thank you. We got Dom DeLuca coming in the hot seat, huh? Last time I saw you was at your shop. We were doing a chocolate girl signing or whatever.
You still look the same.
Thank you, bro. Thank
You know,
you.
just for men, little gray color, and we're good to go.
Yeah. So Dom.
Yes.
Dom DeLuca.
Yes.
Listen, you own Brooklyn Projects, right? How long have you owned Brooklyn Projects for?
Altogether, Brooklyn House into Brooklyn Projects, 25 years.
25 years in the skate game. So Brooklyn House was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I started in Brooklyn.
Yeah. And then how long were you in business in Brooklyn House?
Brooklyn House, I did it up until 2001.
Okay.
And then I stopped.
Why?
You know, I kind of had like, not an epiphany, but I just kind of like was over everything. I was doing the music business and I was doing Brooklyn House, and it was just, you know, I wasn't making any money. I was a pure passion thing.
Okay.
And I just had a bad taste of the music industry, and I kind of had to like leave and figure out what I wanted to do. And then, and here I am still doing Brooklyn Projects, making no money, but still I'm doing it for the passion.
There you go.
So I started in 2002. I figured, you know what, let me do what I love, skateboarding.
Yeah.
And then it's been doing it since.
Sick.
Yeah.
Now, why not bring the name Brooklyn House to here? Did you want a little change? Do you want to change it up a little bit, or why not bring the name over?
Well, I thought at the time when I brought Brooklyn House here, it was really weird coming to LA, because that was when the whole East Coast West Coast rap rivalry was going down.
Tupac Biggie stuff.
Yeah. So it was kind of trippy, because a lot of people were just like, I mean, I knew a lot of people in LA. I knew like OG Block and all those homies.
Of course.
And I knew a lot, you know, Keenan, my boy, my best friend, and so on. So when I came out here, it was like, people were just like, what? Like Brooklyn house on Melrose in LA? I ain't flying homie. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
interesting.
But I was like, yo, man, you know, it is what it is, you know? And people didn't get it at first. And, you know, a lot of people come in like from New York with the attitude, like, you're not from Brooklyn. I'm like, really? It's like, you know, so, and that's why I figured I wanted to come out here because, you know, the epicenter of skateboarding was LA.
Right.
Yeah.
And Melrose at that time was, you couldn't get, you know, more of a mix of people and cultures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
How many years ago was that when you opened the Brooklyn Projects?
Brooklyn Projects, I opened up in 2002.
Okay.
I opened up Brooklyn House here in 96.
Okay.
Wow.
Got you.
Yeah.
And you had Brooklyn House in Brooklyn before,
Yeah, I
right?
had Brooklyn House in Brooklyn and in LA, and I was going back and forth like every couple of months.
How was that? That must have been horrible.
Yeah, maybe it made me hate Brooklyn more. Unfortunately, I'm sorry I'm saying that, but it made me love LA more. You know, you come out, you go to Brooklyn, and it's like, ooh, okay. You come out here, and it's the weather and everything else. It's like, you know, yeah. So it's dope. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be doing this. I'm happy to be on the show, actually.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, this is amazing.
Like, it's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
I love what you do.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate
of course,
that.
you know.
We don't know what the hell we're doing. We just sit down. We just sit down at the table and start.
You know what?
talking.
I've been doing that for 25 years. I've been freeballing it for 25 years, bro. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just like get up every day, put on my shoes. I'm like,
dude,
fuck it. Let's see what we got going on.
Story of my life. Our lives. You know, we just go.
Yep.
Right. But also too, like you've. Justin Bieber comes into your shop, right? Is that right? Yeah.
It was a weird one with him.
Okay.
You know, at first I didn't understand him.
No. What didn't you understand? Why? Like you just.
It's like, dude, you're rich. Yeah, you're rich. You're famous. You acting like a jerk off. Like, really?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. But he was on another level of being a jerk off at the time. So, yeah. Again, that was my fault for not like knowing the dude and prejudging like everybody else.
Right.
And then I remember I was friends with another friend of mine who I know the skate community probably hates, Chris Brown.
Okay.
And Chris called me one day. He's like, yo, man, where are you? I said, I'm home. He's like, well, come to the shop. I'm like, nah, I'm home. I'm chilling.
Okay.
He's like, oh, no, Justin Bieber's here. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. No, he wants to come skate the ramp. I'm like, nah. So he's like, come on. I'm like, all right, fine. I roll over and, you know, he was there on the ramp and he slid down the ramp, he wiped his hands and goes, hey, Brooklyn Don. Hey, Justin, man, nice to meet you. Hey, I don't know, I don't know, I see you on Instagram, you know, you don't like me and stuff. I'm thinking to myself, like, you really fucking care what
dumb.
Really?
Right.
But he was really such a really nice and forthcoming. I was like, you know, I can't be a dick to him. He's really nice. And then like, he just started coming to skate the ramp and he learned how to skate pretty much. He loved it. It was like his own private, getaway and he got really good, really good.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he really loved skateboarding and now he found God, so.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, now he comes to the shop and he's like, hey, we're going to church tomorrow. I'm like, okay. You
go do your thing. Right.
I went to Catholic school for 10 years and guess what? I was an altar boy and once I left, fuck that.
You're done. Right, right.
But is he not skating anymore?
He skates, but when he skates, it's like he comes there and he's like, you know, he hangs out for like 15, 20 minutes. He's like, hey man, you know, tomorrow we're gonna go do this thing. I'm like, no. I told him like, if a soy can't get me to church, you're not getting me to church. That's just it, you know?
What brands is he into?
What brands?
Yeah, what's he buying?
Well, he likes Brooklyn Project, my brand. He wears it a lot. I mean, it's funny. He was wearing my Brooklyn Project Slayer collab, which was crazy because he was into God back then, but he's walking around with a big 666 on the back of his.
Oh, wow.
And I don't think he realized it, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then when I told him, I was like, dude, you know, it's Slayer. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, bro. He goes, I just like the logos and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But he loves Death Wish.
Okay.
Another one with crosses upside down.
Yeah.
He loves Death Wish. He loves Baker.
Would he buy stuff from your shop, or were you just? I mean, this guy got a lot of money. You know?
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. You know what? He would the clothing not BP stuff. Brooklyn Project stuff. I would give him, but like clothing, he would buy skate stuff every now and again.
Okay.
But then again, he would he would pump the store so much. Like, how am I going to charge a guy?
Right.
Like, hey man, you took
Free advertising.
Yeah, you took a couple $100 worth of shit. You know, I'm like, no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
but you know, a lot of celebrities that come there, they do pay, and I give them a discount. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though they don't need it, I want to make them feel special.
What about if I come there? Will you give me a...
You could take whatever the fuck you want.
Really?
You might as well be like every other pro that comes in there. They come in there, they just take and...
Wow. What time you open tomorrow?
Hey man, 11 to 8 every day.
I'll fucking be there.
Yeah, man.
So what do you got next for Brooklyn? Because you guys, you know, you got the skate ramp in the back.
We
a lot
have
of
the
people
ramp in
come
the back.
Why don't you make like a Brooklyn Projects skate video or something? Like a
I tried doing that.
Oh, you did?
I tried doing that a couple of years ago, and it's hard to find like a good skate filmer.
Yeah.
And then you got to like get half my team, you know, a lot of them are just too busy a lot of times. I got a lot of good team riders, Lizard King, Sasha Daly, Tony
sick.
Carr, Braden.
Isaiah Sanchez.
Isaiah is a beast. Isaiah, Mike Patterson, Dane Vaughn. But it's hard to get, you know, everybody, you know, together to do it. But I'm going to try to do it this year.
Yeah.
And possibly next year have like the ultimate video. Because I've been filming stuff at my store and at my ramp.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, just do a whole ramp video.
Yeah.
I have stuff. I have stuff from Brooklyn House Days. I have stuff of Guy, Costin, Keenan, Eric Kupecki, Billy Valdez, Chico, just skating in front of my shop. Justin Pierce.
Wow.
Start a YouTube channel.
You know what? It's one more thing to add to my plate. It's so, you know, it's easier said than done. You know what I mean? It really is easier said than done. But you know, I'm trying.
You know, this day and age too, you should just put a webcam up on your. Have you thought about?
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Really?
my God.
You had a webcam up on the.
I had 2 webcams, 3 webcams, and they took 2 of them. Because, you know, just climb over the fence and you're like, fuck it. They steal fucking wireless, battery-powered, like, lights that are like $20.
Right.
If it's there and it's not bolted down, really, they're going to take it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck am I going to do? I mean, I want to do it, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's just a lot more, it's a lot of work.
We need 2 of them. One pointed at the camera so that you can catch
well,
the
I
guy who's
have
going.
security
That's silly.
cameras, and I catch them, but it's like...
What are you going to do?
I mean, I get the notification at 2:30 at night. Do I really want to get out of bed and chase somebody for a fucking $150 GoPro?
Right.
I mean, I do, but I'm like, fuck. You know, it's like, come on.
Like a random homeless guy, or?
No, it's actually, it's like these, you know, Melrose is turned into like, there's a lot of like, you know, transients, and they just like scour the alleyways and find the most random shit, and they just take it and they sell it. Like somebody had their, this is a true story. Somebody left their skateboard in the back during the day, and somebody took it, and like a couple of days later, they found it on Santa Monica above the store, a couple blocks away from the store. They found it at a pawn shop.
No way.
So the guy gave the guy like $20 for it, and he was selling it for $50, and then, you know, and the kid bought it actually back for $50.
What?
But you know, it was literally like 4 blocks away. So I'm sure if I went up there, I could probably find my GoPros and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I'm just too lazy with that.
Well, I love what you're doing, man. Anything else coming up for you in the future? With Brooklyn Projects, maybe, or anything?
Well, we're doing our brand. Our brand's been doing it really well. We're doing really, really well with our brand, Brooklyn Projects. We have a collab with Spitfire coming out.
Nice. Jim Thiebaud.
Yeah. Jim is like, Jim's the man.
Right.
And then we're doing something with the great people at Adidas.
Okay.
Next Saturday, the 14th.
Okay.
So we have Little Nora, we have Germ, which are 2 hot up-and-coming rappers.
Okay.
And we have the LA hardcore band Strife.
Oh, wow.
So it's gonna be a free concert, skate jam. The location, you have to go online and check out the actual location, but it's gonna be free.
Wow.
And that's really it. That's all I got going on right now.
Wow. You should get like Matt Ox to play over there, or
Chris is hyped on him lately.
6ix9ine, Lil Xan. No?
Well, now it's not Little Xan anymore.
Oh,
Is it
Xan?
Xanity or whatever the hell? He dropped it. No. He dropped it. He dropped it because, you know, Xanax is not cool anymore.
Yeah, they always
apparently.
But they always drop the little.
But you don't understand. Like, why is it little?
I grew up.
Like, you know, like when you were growing up, like, you didn't want to be, like, you weren't afraid of, like, yo, little Tony's going to come beat you up. You were afraid of Big Tony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Fat
like
Tony.
You know what I mean? Or Fat Tony. But now it's like little this, or what's the other one? There's Young and little.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you could put young and little, like, you know, old toilet, you know, that's my shit, or you know, something. But it's so weird. But you know, it's you know, a lot of new skaters now, like a lot of rappers are skaters.
Oh yeah,
really good skaters.
Absolutely.
And it trips me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like talking to little Nora, I was like, yo, so I just want to know, like, how'd you get into this? He's like, oh, I was skating. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. He showed me all these skate videos. Like, yeah, I used to skate with Stevie Williams at his park, the playground.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then like 6 months ago, I just started doing music. I'm like, what? 6 months ago, and like the shit's blowing up. He's got everybody wanting to collab with him. He's got labels chasing him, just like that in 6 months.
It's the whole SoundCloud thing.
Yeah.
You could do anything you want by yourself now. So it's
exactly
easy to get discovered.
I mean,
Start your own podcast.
Yeah.
Well, podcast, you know, YouTube, you know,
show.
YouTube show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are making bucks. I know, but you guys sold out to Viacom yet? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
we're working on it.
It's actually AT&T.
It's AT&T. Did John Buscemi?
AT&T
Did
bought
John
us.
Buscemi hook that up?
He did. Actually, he got us drunk off of his special tequila that he brought us.
Oh, he's got tequila. Did you try his hot sauce yet?
Not yet.
No, truff. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Good?
It's overpriced Tapatio. I'm just gonna say it like that. Sorry, John, but it's good. It's good. John is. Listen, I love John. I bust his balls all the time. That's the OG crew. I'm not talking shit.
Did you know John back in New York days?
I knew him in New York very vaguely, but when he came to LA, he was hanging out with Gino.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, you know, who's the chubby Santa Claus dude? You know what I mean? He was really funny, and he was great. And I, you know, just to see him go from being a rep for 4-Star
crazy
to going to DC Shoes and then going to, you know, where he is now. It's like, whoa, like what the fuck?
It's insane.
It's like, what are we doing wrong?
I don't know.
Like, you know, like
I ask myself that every day.
You know, he is, you know, I have this little picture in I have like a little shrine.
Okay.
And then I have certain people and he's one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, he's my inspiration because if he can do it and Tim Gavin can do it, you know, I could fucking do it. If they can do it, I could do it.
What do you mean you got a shrine?
I have a little section.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of pictures. I'm like, yo, dude, how the fuck? Like,
Am I in there?
You were in it. You weren't it. But since you got the podcast, it's like
I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, Dom. Thanks a lot for coming.
I'm just saying.
You know. Yeah. I appreciate
But you know what
it
though?
being-
You know what though, John? I think I may have to put you back in. You know, I may have to put in a little shrine. It's like a little collage.
Yeah.
I go, you know what? This is my inspiration. I get up every morning and go, fuck, look at this.
Look at these people.
I
Man.
know, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love it.
I know.
One day.
Yeah.
You got him here. He's the best. You're like you're like Egg McMahon,
Yeah.
right? Like he's Johnny Carson. And you're Egg
What's
McMahon.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Kelly's like he's like the Stuttering John when Stuttering John was on fucking
Yeah. Right.
you know, but it's good. You know what?
I guess so.
It's a great setup you got.
Thank you,
You know,
bro.
but seriously,
Appreciate
thank you for having me here. I really, really appreciate it.
Dude, thank you for coming on, bro. We
thank
loved
you.
having you.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
come by the shop.
Best of luck. I will. I'll
won't.
come by.
I
What do you
hope
mean?
you will.
Free gear.
I'm gonna make sure you put me back in the shrine. Of course I'm gonna do
I'll
that.
put if you skate the ramp.
He's trying to get on a team.
Oh.
I'd love to see Chris skate that ramp, actually.
I would pay to see skate that ramp.
Whoa. Man, if more people felt like you, I would be.
I got money on it. I'll pull every dollar I got in my pocket, throw it on the table right now. I just want to see you just.
How much?
I want to see you do an access towel.
I probably got like $28 on me, and some change.
I'll pass.
I mean, I got a black card. You can go
pass.
shopping.
Oh.
It's got a 50 grand limit.
You gotta shop at the store,
20,000.
I'll talk to you after the show.
There it is.
Yeah. Dom DeLuca.
Thank you so
Dude,
much.
thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Dom DeLuca.
Thank you.
Brooklyn Projects. Huh?
Thank
Stop
you.
by the shop over there and buy something.
Where's Daewon? That's what I want to know.
He's
Right in front
here.
of you.
Oh, there he is.
Holy shit! You're right there, and I looked right past you. This guy fucking
my God.
wrecked the fucking ramp.
Oh.
3 wheels and all.
3 wheels. Yeah, I'm
like,
sure.
like this dude, he was riding and like fucking the trucks were popping off because he has no axle. Dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we all know.
I didn't see him there.
We all seen his Instagram
No.
videos. You know.
Instagram ain't got shit on this. You guys see this motherfucker, dude? I didn't see him. I know it never, you know.
There we go. Huh? Dom DeLuca. Huh? Brooklyn Projects.
That was awesome.
Got a good thing going on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you,
Headbanger's
Dom.
Ball.
Huh?
Headbanger's Ball.
Headbanger's Ball. We didn't even get into that.
Yeah, we didn't even do the MTV
MTV
VJ.
VJ, man.
Yeah.
Next up on the show. That's right, I'm looking at you, Daewon. I'm looking at you, baby. Yeah, Daewon Song, everybody. Huh? Daewon, come on up here. Look at that, huh? People love you, bro.
You've done this before.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Daewon Song, man. How you doing?
Good.
Everything good?
Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, dude.
Sorry, I'm all nervous, dude.
No, you're good.
Live audience.
You're good.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's just a living room in the middle
Bad
of the
enough with
studio.
demos.
Yeah.
Now I got to talk.
Daewon, what's going on, bro? Are you working on any video parts?
Yeah, you know
What's-
what? I
what's-
was trying to work on a few things, and
Yeah?
then there's other projects that we're doing with Adidas, like little things here and there.
Okay.
So, been doing that. I was supposed to film for some X Games thing, but I kind of took myself out of that to like.
What, the real street?
Yeah, I was gonna do that again, but I pulled myself out to try to focus on trying to actually have a video part again.
Okay.
Instead of pulling my wheel off and doing all
Right.
that shit for
Oh, we-
Instagram,
come
man.
on, we like that.
You can just do that.
I gotta get back. I gotta get back to a video part.
That's the
So,
best shit, though. When you do,
Trying to get back to it. That's getting old, though. You know.
No.
No.
I try to do the truck thing. It's hard. It's possible.
tools
That
and
shit
everything.
just goes all over the place. Yeah.
You should try to take your.
The bolts.
Yeah, you try to take.
And now
your,
I see all these guys doing some crazy stuff. Their boards flopping into 16 pieces. You see
Oh
these
my
guys?
Yeah.
God.
So it's just old news. I mean, you got to do it like that.
I'd
So
rather
they've
watch
already
you.
passed it up. No, they
I'd
won't.
rather watch you
Yeah.
take your wheel off than a board flipping
got
all
one
over
for
the
you,
place.
man.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, that's a new one.
What is it, bro?
It's
Whisper,
coming soon,
Whisper
man.
it.
Premieres. I'm just.
On your Instagram?
Yeah.
No, listen, dude. How do you think up this shit? You know what I mean? Like these little wheel tricks and like, are you just like
Just
what?
bored.
I mean, he's done so much. He's
I know.
done so much. He's got to think.
No,
it's
it wasn't
new.
even that. It's actually I just don't want to do the harder stuff. So I'm just like,
So you went even
God, what
harder.
can I do?
That's insane.
No, it's like a different thing. It's like
Right.
it's like a different thing. It's more like fuck. I'm running out of shit. I gotta just think of something quick. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Switch my wheel out real quick, and the people are like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh fuck!" It's way easier than doing a switch heel back nose grind right now. I'll tell you
Trust me,
that.
yeah. Trust me. Well, also too, you like just setting up the camera and doing your own thing, which is cool too.
What's funny about that too, that whole story is like, I do like when there's a filmer, but
Yeah.
I feel bad asking people to film me. Sometimes
Really?
it takes forever. Yeah, Shire will film me. Sometimes I'm like,
You're like your Daewon Song. What are you talking about?
shit takes a long
I
time
know.
sometimes, you know?
Still.
People always think like, but things do take a while.
No, for sure.
I had this experience, I'm not going to say any names, but a guy was filming me and it looked like he had some serious equipment on.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was going to die. And I was like, no, it's no names, but he was filming me and I was like, you good? He's like, yeah, hold on.
Had to take a break.
And I was like, dude, holy shit. And I had to call and say, hey, maybe you should ask him not to come tomorrow because it just looked like he was going to. I just wanted to give him a break. I felt bad
You
because I
feel
was taking
bad.
forever.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, the tricks that you do.
So with my
is
phone,
insane.
it's just like there's no pressure. It's like
Yeah.
my phone's just there. And I'm like, shit, fuck, I can be here all day.
There you
So-
go. But let me ask you this though. You like switch the angles and stuff. Are you with multiple phones or do you do
No,
the
I
tricks?
just-
No, do you do the tricks multiple times?
I'm
just like, or
Maybe, yeah. I don't-
I mean, or do
you know
ca-
what's funny is that people always ask me, like, who films you? I'm like, have you seen my footage? It's just fucking cameras on the floor.
Right.
Who films me? It
Yeah.
But that's not all the time. I mean, but I do change it up so then it looks like it. And I'll
Okay,
like
yeah.
maybe throw it on my skateboard and they're like, damn, who's he filming
Yeah.
with? It's some good angles. And people will say good angles on your stuff. I'm like, they're talking about me.
They're talking about you.
So I'm just like,
I love you because you just are creative. You jump into the coffee cup and do all your little.
It's just
I
more-
love it. It's creative.
It's
you know,
just more
It's
like
a-
having fun. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not who I am, but it's like it's part of like just me, kind of just having fun with it. You know what I mean? And kind of like outside of like I think there's like besides the skateboard community that we're in, and which I embrace, and that's like the main. Like I love all the skateboarders out there and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's more people out there too. The people that love skateboarding, but they don't actually do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's fun to always like kind of do things that they can relate with too. And sometimes some of the stuff I do, I feel like it sometimes can be a little silly. I'm like, oh God. But you know, I'm like looking at it going, dude, I would, back in like round 2 days, I
Yeah.
would not be caught doing this. You know? I'd get a lot of, it would be a call like, look, you know, the rest of the writers aren't.
Would Rodney
aren't
be
really,
calling you?
Yeah,
The
who's
rest of the
calling
writers
you?
aren't really feeling
Is Rodney Mullen calling
the
you?
office
Say-
chair coming out, Smith crime. Like, and but now I feel like it's more open to kind of express yourself and just have fun with it.
There you go.
And kind of let people know out there too, like, fuck being so serious,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, of course.
And
Right.
I've been in it now. Been pro for 27 years. It's like after
Wow.
27 years, the fucking office chair is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm like, woo, you know what I mean? I'm like, you sit down. Something, change it up. The wheel and a coffee cup. I don't actually go in the coffee cup, but if I can get an actual life-size.
What do you mean?
coffee cup,
I thought that was
it's fake.
fool me.
It's fake.
Fool me.
CGI?
man. Yeah. But that
But it's
must
organic though. There's no
spur of the
post.
moment. Just kind of
just happens
let's
right
do
there,
something.
man.
Did you film some of that with stuff with John, or do you just do it?
I just do it solo.
Because if you're doing
When
it
it's a
solo,
coffee
you got to
cup.
like try. How many tries does it take you? More than the skate trick?
To go into the coffee cup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy, man. I could jump into, that's-
Jump into Roger's beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for it right
I
now.
could film that, and everybody here knows how to do it too. They just don't want to say it. It's some stupid. It's a good time. I enjoy it seriously.
So Daewon, now how many years on Adidas?
Years?
What are we talking about? 3 years now?
No.
2?
2 right now.
2.
2.
Okay.
2 years, and it went by just like that.
I know. How's everything going though? Everything's
It's good.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Like just all the travel, and I've never been on so many trips on a brand. It's because like this whole thing, old brand I was on, I was making excuses. I was that dude like,
Yeah.
hey,
Dude,
can you
never
go on
been
this
to
trip? And I'm like, fuck, man, like I just broke my ankle, or
I saw him today.
yeah, I'm
skating.
And they didn't have social media, so back then there was no even seeing me. Nobody could tag you on a photo. It was just like,
Yeah.
dude,
Saw Daewon at Starbucks today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, Disneyland, and they're
Right.
like, dude, I thought you weren't.
Thought you
I
broke
thought
your-
you had the flu or something. It's
Right.
like, yeah, but you can go on there and actually hide the photos or something now too. So
Oh, the tagged photos. Oh, yeah. Now he's
So
learning.
I've seen all
yeah.
these photos on there of me like at Disney, and I'm like,
Okay.
dude, I gotta these things.
Listen, don't get
you gotta
any
chill on that.
don't get any
photos.
ideas, Daewon. We like seeing you out there, man. We like seeing you
Yeah,
out there.
but
on the
besides
streets,
that,
bro.
what were we? I forgot what we were even talking.
Well, just about being on Adidas and the whole
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
and it's good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like just dog. It's been a long day.
Yeah, no, for
A
sure.
lot of Jello.
A lot of Jello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jello?
cherry, lime.
No, just
No?
other things. It's like a different term.
Oh, I thought you meant Jello.
No.
No,
Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
nobody knows. Yeah, I thought you were
Jell-O
talking
legs.
about.
I'm saying like Jello legs. Like, this thing right here in front of all these people. I
Yeah.
get so nervous.
You're
I'm
doing
like that
great, dude.
Yeah,
But I'm that dude still when I go to a demo. Have you seen it? If you went to a demo I've been to recently,
I don't think so.
I can't do shit.
You just throw stickers out now?
Yeah,
I
what do
can
you mean
nev-
you did?
I can never land anything. Shire knows. Shire's like, mate, just get in there.
Oh, Shire gives you a little pep talk.
Shire's like, mate, just get in there and just do a blunt kick.
Yeah, just real quick. Huh?
Because otherwise, dude, I get Jello legs.
Well, does it help too if Shire gets in there too? And is,
No,
or does
Shire-
Shire not get in there?
Shire does get in there and he
Okay,
kills it.
good,
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, otherwise with Adidas, last year I think I went on 4 or 5 different tours, and it's just like, it's like one of these things I don't want to make. I'm so happy being on this brand that I want to go on the
you
trips
go,
and stuff
right.
like that. So it's like, oh, another trip, boom, I'm there.
You're there. Yeah.
Where before I felt like I was making up excuses, so I feel like that's where it shows that I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
I love it.
And with a company that kind of supports a lot of different things. The
Oh, yeah.
community, they do so much for everything. On top of that, they give back. And the thing is, internally, if I see
This
it,
right here, DOS
within-
Days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
DOS Days. Look at this.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
I could be at home right now on my couch, like just with my cat, like. But I'm
We'll
here.
probably at my house shooting another episode.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Is there a certain
saying?
person that you
See
room
that?
with on trips or what?
Shire's my roomie.
Shire. What does he do? Does he have any weird like things that he does, or what
Once in a
does he?
while
What does he
Long
do?
showers.
Well, once in a while he'll be working, and then he'll put on his music, and he'll throw on some old stuff that only me and him can maybe relate to, and he'll start singing. I'm like, and
Oh.
I'll film him, but we have this thing to where, whatever. There's a lot of
No,
No, keep going.
Yeah,
keep
this is
going.
great. I like this
awesome.
stuff. Yeah, I'm sure he loves it too.
good dance moves. Like when he gets up in the morning, he's hyped. He's a hype man.
He wakes up hyped.
He's hyped.
Really?
What's up with you trying to scare people all the time?
That was from back in the days, Deca days. I used to
Yeah.
love scaring people.
Oh, you had that? You made a whole video of it. Yeah.
I had an refrigerator for like a half hour waiting for fucking John to come in. I'm like, dude, this dude's never gonna come. That was
If John would open it up, you'd be dead in there.
Yeah,
You know?
finally came. I was
Right.
like, dude, Jesus Christ, like, hey. Still got scared.
You're like over the prank. You're like, fuck this. Like,
I would hide in the hallways and pull these fur coats out, and I remember getting, at the time of one of the brands I was with, the CEO, I didn't like him, so I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
fuck this dude. God.
Oh, really?
Got him, dude. It was the best thing putting it in there.
Really?
This dude thought he was like so tough, and it was just like, boom. It was just, yeah.
it's like a little girl. Huh?
Payback, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not there
You
anymore.
still do those pranks and stuff?
I did a few on a couple of filmers, like the
Oh,
guys
really?
like C. Mulhern
Okay.
on one of the Adidas trips.
Oh.
We waited it out, and
What'd you do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I just hid in the closet. Then came out at him like, hey, Mulhern, like Shire called him in, and I just popped out.
Right.
It's just like random things like that. They'll like, I don't know, those trips and stuff like that, it's like I'm still acting like a little kid, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I still feel like a kid when I'm skating, but I'm not a kid. I mean, shit, I've been around for a long time, but
For sure.
these things and like the enjoyment that you get when you're on these trips and like you catch yourself doing these little kid things, I mean, you know you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Except when I get to the demos. I'm just like, Jesus Christ,
Jello.
Jello. I need to land one trick and then I start to get like, oh shit, I got one trick
It's the one trick, right? So
and
just
then one
start
person in the audience or the crowd would be like, you got it, Daewon. And I'm like, not yet, but I'm working on it.
Working on it. So just start with an ollie. It's easy enough.
Have you tried to do an ollie? Have you seen the kids these days, what they do at a demo?
Who cares about
They just want to see you skate.
Yeah.
dude.
It's all,
They
yeah,
just
but
wanna
that's the
see you
thing is
skate.
like,
They're
it's
doing shit
enjoyable.
that you did 20 years ago.
And then I'm going out there, and you know what I have to realize is I go out there, and these kids, it's amazing to just see like everybody that comes out there to support. So
Right.
I start to get into it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this ain't too bad. And then the demo's over, I'm like, phew, you know.
Let me go jump out of a fridge now.
Yeah.
Scare somebody.
So
Yeah. Well, one last thing, Daewon, before we let you go, man, because I know you're a big donut guy. And
Yeah.
I just heard of this donut. It's like a 3-ring donut. It's like this big, and it has 3 layers to it. It's like 1 flavor, 2 flavors, then the center.
Something like a cake.
Yeah. Have you heard of it?
never heard of it.
No.
What is this?
I don't know. I thought you might know.
No.
No?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, okay.
3 rings? Is anybody
It's
out
like
here
a big,
know?
yeah, it's a big donut.
Donate within a donate within
Am I
a
the only
donate.
one who fucking heard of this donut? It's crazy.
So the bear claw?
Anyway, be on the lookout for it.
3-ring donut.
It's 3 rings, different flavors, different
like a
icings.
circus.
It's a whole.
See, the
it's a
thing
whole
about me with
thing.
donuts is like, I love donuts.
Yeah.
But I don't know about all the new donuts. I don't. I'm still on that like.
The OG donuts.
Oh shit, Winchell's, and I seen a Dunkin' Donuts opened in like Wilmington in the hood by
Yeah.
like where, old part of like what I'm familiar with. And I was like, hell yeah. And I was thinking that is a sketchy place to open a fucking Dunkin' Donuts for sure.
Right.
Like working and they have a drive-through,
Trying
which
to
is
bring the
like,
cops in.
hey, Anaheim Street in Wilmington, right off the 110. Go
What the
check
fuck
it out.
you think I'm going to be doing down there, Daewon?
Just get down there.
Wilmington.
Top 5 donut spots.
Oh, donut spots. This place called Granny's in San Pedro. I still back Winchell's. They're OG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to find though. And when you
sure.
do go in there, you're like, I don't know if I still back this place, but I still do.
Yeah.
I used to like Krispy Kreme. I hate them now.
Oh.
Why?
Now I eat them and they're just overdone.
It's all sugar.
They're hiding something
Yeah.
underneath all that.
Okay.
There's way too much. The frosting that goes on, it's like so thick.
Yeah.
What is it? What's another spot? I like supermarket donuts, like the
Vaughn's.
the
Vaughn's.
Entenmann's old school, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
one where it comes with 3 flavors. So it's like the powder wasn't good, so you go to the cinnamon, and that wasn't good. And the plain's always good to me. People are like plain.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
take you for
Like the
plain.
old-fashioned style?
I like the plain donuts.
Yeah.
Just the
Okay.
super plain ones, is super good. I don't like people knowing that because they're like, oh shit, it's like liking a York peppermint patty, and I like those. That's like old people, like people love that.
Junior mints.
I don't like,
Butterscotch.
I don't like junior mints.
No, not a junior mint guy.
No, York peppermint patty.
Were there?
And every time I buy one of those, nobody buys them because when
Right.
you open it up, the chocolate's all light and
Yeah, it's all
nasty.
white, yeah.
So it's like, Jesus.
Just sitting around
These
forever.
things are still around.
Werther's originals. Werther's.
Those
I
good.
like
Yeah, those are good.
I love
Oh,
those.
butterscotch.
Yeah.
No butterscotch.
No.
Oh, okay. It's hard to figure
I don't
out
like-
you out sometimes.
Yeah, I don't-
I feel like I know you, and then all of a sudden
I know, we've known each other for
No
a while.
idea
I
who
don't
you
like
are.
hard candies either.
No. Okay.
I don't like hard candies and I hate raisins. I told somebody else about this raisin
Interesting.
story about why I hate raisins.
Okay.
Want to hear it? It's
Yeah, of
nasty.
course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so when I was a kid, I used to always eat raisins and I used to always grab every raisin and massage it. Like I embraced every raisin.
Oh
Wow.
Get all soft.
That's odd.
Gave him a little massage.
like you're rolling a booger, right? Like
Yeah, my parents, they didn't believe in anything. It was all hot, no AC, nothing, just leave the door wide open.
Okay.
Whatever. So I'm like massaging every raisin. I finally massaged one. It's a little off.
Oh.
I'm about to put it in my mouth, and I grabbed a fly that was pregnant. And all the little white stuff that was in its stomach and everything was all over my hands.
Whoa.
And I was like, ew, man. Gross.
That would ruin it for me too.
Yeah, that was disgusting. So ever since that, like, I could still fuck like some of the raisin brands out there. The raisins are a little tougher.
Yeah.
But,
Soft raisins
Yeah.
are not so good.
No,
man.
no fly line.
yeah.
That's disgusting.
So that's it.
Okay. Okay.
And I hate tortilla chips and croutons in my salad. I just don't think they belong.
Who's putting tortilla chips in your salad?
People do that all the time.
Yeah,
Really?
that's-
Strips of them. Yeah.
That's common.
It's very common.
You ever get
Taco salad.
tortilla strips in your salad's common.
I never. What?
Yeah.
I
Getting used to it, too.
yeah. You like ask for them sometimes.
Everybody's
things-
shaking their head yes.
Yeah.
Am I the
Those
only one?
things, if you get it and it comes in wrong, one of the tortilla chips turns vertical, goes right up your
Yeah.
side of your tooth. and
That
that's
happens
it.
to me just with not even in a salad.
Well, I
regular
just
tortilla
hate. I
chips.
just hate that too. So I don't know. I don't even know why I threw it out there.
We
but
could stay here all night, Daewon.
Raisins
What else
and
do you?
that.
What else do you hate?
Doing demos, changing my wheels. I hate changing product on my board.
Okay, we got to get a kid at the skate park to do
You
it.
could
Be
get a
like,
manual would do that.
No, what?
yeah.
No, you like. How long do you ride a board for?
I'll ride it until, you know what, I have to change it now once it gets like the razor tail.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've had too many times where it's like
Right.
a knife.
Yeah.
But wheels, I'll push those bad boys. I don't push them like Vincent though.
Oh,
He
yeah.
pushes them to like, that's like,
Yeah,
For
John.
I'm trying to roll still, you know? Even though he tends to still head down the street going
It's
80
insane.
on these things,
It's
but
insane.
It's a bearings.
so today my wheels are probably right now, they're probably like a 48 millimeter.
Oh, that's not bad. 40 is not bad.
Where they start
Just like you were
at?
talking about 7.75. So
Yeah.
I'm riding a 7.9. That's weird.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good size. That's what I skate too.
7.9.
Yeah.
7.9.
That's a good one. Wait, what size did you start the wheels at?
50s.
Oh, all right.
I know it's not much, but
A couple
it is.
millimeters.
Yeah.
It's a big difference, millimeter.
today I'm on a 7.9. But I used to ride 7.5. So
Steep tail, mellow tail, concave. What are you doing?
I
Mold
move.
3.
So when they have the mold, I move my board forward.
Yeah.
So everything gets pushed forward. So the wheelbase is right here. I push it forward so the tail's
No, you
flat.
don't.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Roger has
My
their
board,
That
like
reminds me
so you
of
get a
shape.
tail like this.
Yeah.
I push it forward so it feels like there's no tail.
Yeah.
What?
Why do you do that?
I don't know. Just want to try
You
something
and
different.
Rodney do that though, right?
Rodney used to put coins under his truck to like do this weight distribution. He was like, he
Yeah,
did some-
right.
Really?
Coins, like quarters or nickels or dimes?
He just had these sticks, but it worked. I mean, shit.
Really?
Yeah. He won all rounds.
Whoa.
He
Weird.
won all the rounds.
Anyway, listen, Daewon, man, we could keep you here all night. We could talk to you forever. I love talking to you. You're great. You know, we
to
always
you
have a good
guys.
time when we hang out. You know.
And I still want to figure out these donut things you're talking about.
Figure out the donut things. I just brought it up because I thought you might have heard of it already.
None of you
'Cause
guys heard of that?
Being the donut connoisseur.
3 different flavors in a donut?
It's huge. It's like a pie. Yeah.
Pie donut?
Hey, Daewon, man. Dude, congrats on everything, man. We want to
Thanks so
see
much,
this
you
full
guys.
Daewon part, you know?
Rodney versus Daewon.
Right? Another Daewon part? Huh?
That's right.
Cheese and cracker too?
Cheese and crackers too, yeah. Me and you.
Yeah, what's the Chris Roberts part with it?
Cheese and crackers?
Yeah.
No, I'm like the crumbs that fell on the floor.
How about you guys skate the
Dom's
Beer and pretzels.
You skate
Dom's trying to get you over
the
the
Brooklyn
ramp.
Project ramp.
Dom's out of his mind. You know?
Chris has skill. I know you do.
I know. Well, you know, it's all about having fun now. You know, and that's the thing about you, Daewon. When you skate with Daewon Song, you have fun.
Thank you.
You make people
That's
have
true.
fun. You do. Yeah.
Than'ks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Tell us about this cover.
How the fuck you get up there?
Yeah. The Circle of Death.
That's photoshopped.
Great job. I wish I could Photoshop a cover.
That was sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sketchy. Had to climb.
But I'm serious. How did you get up there?
You know what? We used a ladder.
Oh, okay.
Did you just Photoshop the ladder out?
No, we moved
Pulled it.
But the ladder didn't go all the way up, so I had to do this weird thing where, you know, a ladder can go and this thing sticks out, so I had to do that weird like. Where
you
you
gotta
kind
pull yourself up?
of it was
Yeah,
sketchy.
okay.
That's when I was like realized, man, my upper body was like not all there
No,
these
no.
days, man. I was like
Gotta start working
stressing.
out.
Yeah.
Then the cops came when I was up there and I had to jump off. So I did a hang drop and I foot landed right on a sprinkler knob. That was it. That's when I pulled out of the X Games.
Oh, is that right?
I was like, dude, I can't do it no more. I got enough clips.
Hey, at least you got the cover, man.
Thanks.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Daewon Song.
guys, man.
Thank you so much
Sorry
for
about me
stopping
being
by.
Oh, that was awesome.
Daewon. There he is, huh? The man. Daewon Song. The applause just keeps going, huh?
Standing ovation. Oh, Reda's here.
my
Wow.
We don't have that much time. Giovanni Reda.
Just for the record, there's way more important people than me back there.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, like Salman Agah's back there.
Okay.
We'll get to him.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Do you still carry the
Queen?
British pound in your
Yeah, I
pocket?
do.
You
And
do?
Look, Paul's already turning red.
Oh, gosh.
I do. I have the British 5, and not only that, I was showing it to some other British person, and they told me that they don't even use these 5s anymore.
No. Oh, they changed their money. They
Yeah,
changed
Paul,
their currency.
you know anything about that? You don't? You should.
Let's see.
Yeah, when I used to talk to Paul with the Queen, he was the only one that got like very like nervous.
Why?
Camera right there. Give it to him.
Why would he get? Why?
Where am I going? This way?
Right here.
Oh, that one. Hello, I'm the queen. Yeah, Paul. Seriously, Paul would get really like, he'd turn red.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, oh. But I have like a whole bunch of, I have like 20 pounds in my pocket because Mark Baines used to rip them out of my hands and try to crumple them up. And I'll be like, that was an imposter, bro. I felt like, there's another one right there. Good times, huh?
How long ago was that? Years?
Yeah, that's like 10 years ago.
DVS?
DVS, yeah.
DVS. Okay.
Those DVS trips are great, huh, Daewon?
Daewon probably never went on one of them.
Never.
Yeah.
Yo, Daewon.
Oh, you went on a few?
No, he was definitely on a few. He came to Mexico. I'm gonna give you the best story ever.
Oh, let's hear it.
We're all in the airport. We're going to Mexico, right? We're going to Mexico City. Chico was on that trip for sure.
Cheeks.
You had to be, when you went anywhere out of the country with Chico, where they spoke Spanish, be careful because you'll wake up in a bathtub with your kidney gone because Chico sold
Full
it.
of ice?
Yeah. Chico sold your kidney.
Yeah.
No, but like...
What happened?
And it was funny because it was like, how everyone was like, I hope Daewon's supposed to come. Like, is he coming? Is he like... It'd be so good. And he came to the airport and they told him like... I don't know, because Daewon was like skating with his passport in his pocket or something, and it was literally like the most thrashed passport I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
So they told him like, you can't get on the plane. And then he went home, and then I think he like crazy glued it or something like that, and came back the next day and he got on.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy glued.
He crazy glued his passport.
Really?
Yo, he literally crazy glued his passport, and they were like, "Yo, Daewon's here." We're like, and Daewon showed up the next day.
That must have been years ago, because I don't think that would fly.
No, that would. I mean, it was like I couldn't. I was like, what you did what? He was like, no, I just crazy glued it because they were saying it was like ripped open.
Right.
Because they were like, you could have tipped the picture out and put a different picture in.
Yeah.
So he just went home and crazy glued it. So what were you saying, Daewon? You doing a full video part? You're trying to. Maybe don't put some of that stuff on your Instagram and you can put it in your video part. Yeah. Just saying. And the stuff that Daewon did, I don't know how many. Seriously, we were in Montreal, right?
Jeez.
Seriously.
Story time.
Daewon is. Yeah, what are you?
This is good. No, exactly.
Wait, should I not talk? Isn't that the whole point of this thing? You gotta talk? You guys gotta get rid of Kelly Hart already. Man. Kelly, just earmuff it for a second.
It's hard when you talk to people that
No, but seriously.
Go ahead. What was the story?
No, but-
what was the story?
I swear to God, and I'm not saying this because he's sitting right there, and I know everyone's gonna agree with me. I think by far, everyone's got their favorite skater ever.
Mm-hmm.
Daewon is by far like the greatest skateboarder that has ever lived. I'm sorry.
I agree.
By far. Yep. Okay? Like that's real talk. I was able to shoot so much rad shit at him over the years, like I'm super stoked.
Right.
You know? I'm sorry, Daewon. Just, you know what? Just accept it. Just smile and love it. All right? Yeah. Listen, we're in Montreal, okay? And we were skating. Huh?
The mountain?
Yeah. We're literally, it's a mountain. Like we're skating the side of a mountain.
You told this story on your episode, by the way.
I did, right?
Yeah.
I got listen, I got 4 stories.
Go back and watch episode number.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm like, you're tail sliding a mountain, bro. It's a mountain. Like we're gonna shoot it. Nah. The locals come here and kill it. I'm like, nah. They don't.
The locals come and kill a mountain.
And then one local kid was like, no, man, I never seen anybody tail slide that. I saw somebody ollie up there once, and they kind of got off, but that was it.
Did you ever shoot the photo? Did you shoot it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The stuff that I would beg him to let me shoot, I'm like, let's shoot that, man. And he was like, nah, it's weak. I'm like, come on, bro, just let me just shoot it once. Boom, it's on the cover of the magazine.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of shooting photos and everything, and are you still shooting photos?
I tried, man. If anybody anybody want to go shoot a photo? Daewon, you want to go shoot a photo?
He can shoot golf now.
What are you doing nowadays, though? What's?
I'm still shooting.
Yeah?
You know, trying to make movies and stuff like
Should
that.
make a movie on Daewon.
Oh.
Yeah, we
That would
should.
be sick.
Yeah.
Hey, Kerry, we don't even got to meet tomorrow. Daewon Song.
There you go. Boom.
No, but
You see what the 9 Club does?
yeah, you guys just really
I know.
doing it.
Listen, what's going on, bro?
Yo,
What are you
man.
doing?
Yo,
What does
really.
Reda do? How many are you down to? Are you 1 cup of coffee a day? How many cups are we talking now?
You know, 6, 12.
Bullshit.
No,
How
I don't
many?
know.
How
I don't
many?
know. No, like 3.
3?
Yeah.
1 in the morning.
I'll do like 2 in the morning, and then I do like a nice afternoon one. You know what I'm talking about, Chico?
Okay. Cheeks
Nice
knows.
little
Cheeks
afternoon.
knows.
Everybody knows that afternoon, that 3 p.m. coffee. It's like, ooh, it gets you going. Cairo, you looking at me like, yo, Cairo used to come stay at my house in New York. I used to make him pancakes, bro.
Buttermilk?
Yo, I literally made Cairo pancakes. And next thing I know, he's staying at Mike O'Mealy's house.
He doesn't.
all right.
Yeah, that's his way of telling you he doesn't like pancakes.
O'Malley does waffles.
Yeah. All right. Well, to wrap up, Daewon's the best skater that ever lived.
Thank you. I agree.
And Nora Vasconcellos does more for skateboarding than a lot of people that are coming out today. It's,
There you go. There you go.
and I'm glad. And seriously, real talk. Like I have a daughter. To have women like Nora as part of skateboarding, as we are all skateboarders in this room pretty much, and having somebody like her that's pushing skateboarding, that's some dope stuff right there.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drop the mic right here. Look.
Drop the mic.
Damn.
There we go. Giovanni Reda, everybody. Huh?
That's the shortest interview we've ever done.
I had to kick him out.
Yeah.
DJ, come on in, bro. DJ Chavez.
Hello.
What is good?
You get the headphone. Wow, you can hear it really good.
Yeah.
Let me turn your levels up a little bit.
Let's raise your mic a
Maybe-
little too.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's amazing. Can somebody get me a beer?
What's going on?
Amazing. That was a good intro.
Well, listen, DJ Chavez, you grew up in New Mexico,
Albuquerque.
right? Albuquerque.
Yes.
So when did you come to LA?
Los Angeles. I got out here 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, January 2002.
2002. Well, flash forward now to today. You Kingswell. You do the shop Kingswell in Los Feliz, right?
I do Kingswell. Oh, I'm blowing it here.
Oh, you got a shirt, Kingswell shirt.
We make T-shirts.
Yeah.
Make them backwards.
Yeah. You guys got a good thing going on over there.
You gotta hype it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know, it's all these viewers. You know?
Oh my God, tens of hundreds of viewers.
Go visit the store.
Yeah, no, but seriously, the Kingswell. How did how did the shop come about? Because you guys are doing really well now. You guys do great things. You like your T-shirts and just the shit that you carry in there too is awesome.
Thank you.
There's a
Yeah.
huge story behind that store too, right?
There's a huge story. Which question do you want to answer first? Your answer.
Well, yeah, answer the.
Which one do you want me to answer first?
Chris is first.
We had Dominic DeLuca on the stage a little while ago.
Yep.
Dominic reopened Brooklyn Projects, and I went. He's a good friend of mine for a long time. And I went and did Brooklyn Projects with him.
Okay.
Basically, like general manager for like 3.5 years, and then Patrick Melcher is a longtime friend of mine. Would have been on Hellrose as the program had that program not ended. We don't have enough time for that story. So Patrick's a good friend, and he was like, "Yo,
Want to start a shop?"
yeah, and what do you think? You know?" And he's like, "I know you know how to do all that shit.
Right.
I don't know how to do all that shit. We have the capability to do that stuff, and we have a rad spot. Cool zone, like Los Feliz.
Really cool. Yeah. Great zone.
Which is, I'd say Daniel Castillo said it best, is that was Fairfax before it was Fairfax. I mean, if you think of the spots that were significant around that, like Extra Large was there, and there's some monumental schools. If you know your skateboard history, I'll let all you kids look all that shit up. But it was like, why not?
Why not?
Like seriously, like, and I was
Take
like,
the leap. Yeah.
I mean, it's tremendously scary to do, especially, start a skate shop in Los Angeles.
But you guys are doing well, though.
But I've worked for a lot of people doing that, and mentored people. Muska, I ran Factory 413 with him, and I've had a lot of good people, and I grew up in a shop, and I got the dream job of like being able to ride my skateboard for fucking free and travel the world and have a good time. And but I worked in it before, and it was something that I knew that there was like things that I thought that I could do, not necessarily better, but in a way that I'd didn't see going on in Los Angeles at the time. And my ideals and ideas for it were to do stuff that wasn't readily available in Southern California, which is try and promote a lot of smaller brands, art-centric brands, a lot of East Coast stuff, stuff that you didn't see here. Right. Because everything's fucking made here. And I was like,
theories and languages.
Huh?
Theories.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, and I, you know, being, you know, it's like what I always say, Trilogy and Eastern Exposure 3 came out at the exact same time. Okay. Albuquerque was not a place that was smooth, so seeing everything that was going on in the East and what we had to ride anyway, it was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And so East Coast has always had like a big part of my heart, and you don't really see it here. And I figured like those were like some brands that weren't heavily represented here.
Yeah.
Well, so we went like a direction, and it was a chance, and it was rad, and it worked. Yeah. So far, it's working.
It's great.
It's rad, and I'm busier than I've ever been, and I'm more stoked than ever on what's going on.
A lot of skate shops that have like a really hard time just even keeping their doors open. Like, what do you see your skate shop in 5 years from now? Like, what do you need to be doing? Like, if you had the money to do it. Because you have to compete against all these online stores. There's brands that are doing their own, like, direct-to-consumer. Like, what do you see the skate shop 5 years from now?
Fuck, I mean...
That's a tough one, man.
It's not. I
like,
mean,
how do you stay in business? How the fuck do you stay in business?
No, I mean, it's not a tough one. It's just a tough one to not, like, talk shit.
No, but, like, what do you think stores need to do in order to, like, have people keep coming back? Because right now, I can pick up my phone and order a board.
I know you can.
You know?
I know you can, but I think that, I mean, first and fucking foremost, I'm just gonna fucking call it out, and I'm gonna say that, like, stop fucking cool guying fucking that shit. Like, this is not a community that was built on cool guy. It's already alienating enough as a little kid to walk into a core shop. You know what I mean? That's why these fucking big beasts, and I won't name names of shops, exist, you know what I mean? And people will talk shit on, like, those beasts, and everybody can get what I'm fucking saying when I talk about this. It's those big doors are stepping stones for small corridors, and if these small corridors don't support each other, then we're not fucking fighting the right fight.
Yeah.
That's where we fight the right fight. These small doors dictate the way that every single one of these companies should work, and we should all work together to dictate the way that that works. The way that those products are implemented into our shops, the way that we all work together to create a movement in skateboarding. And yeah, you know, it's like, think of the kid in high school that is not cool and he wants to get into skateboarding. And he has no better idea than to go to where that store is, and he has no go to the mall. He has no fucking idea. Right. But he goes to the park and he gets hip to it, and then he starts talking to the kids. You know what I mean? So I call them stepping stone stores, because all of a sudden, you know, we're a bunch of fucking assholes, and all of a sudden those assholes are gonna talk to him. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" You're like, "Why are you shopping there?" Right. Like, well, where'd you get that board? Because the brands that are doing it right, because a bunch of brands are doing it right, especially in hard goods. And they're selling to the right people, they're dictating it the way that they want it to be dictated, and it's fucking rad. It's like the early 90s, everything died, and we have a good representation of that going on right now. If that kid understands that those brands aren't sold there, then that kid's like, well, where'd you get that board? Well, you got it at fucking Kingswell. Right. Go there, man. Don't fuck around with that bullshit. You know what I mean? That's rad. Yeah. And they come in and if you make that kid feel like a fucking idiot for coming into your store,
they're never coming back.
They're not coming back, dude. So it's still the old school ideals of just mom and pop philosophy of like, yo, treat people rad when they come in. Anybody that comes in my store is the most important person that ever comes in my store. Straight up. So that's where you keep core skateboarding alive because we are going to mentor them. We're going to teach them how skateboarding, this is what we do.
Right.
This isn't there's a big, broad audience. We all, I mean, if you've been around long enough that I've been around, I started in 85. If you've been around this long enough, then you grew up through a whole time of skaters suck. That was the philosophy.
Yeah.
You left your door every day knowing that you were not.
People drive by and yell at you.
Yeah, you were not rad. We were not growing up on rad shit. Skateboarding is cool now, but that's where the big business shit comes from. If you want it to keep alive, then you keep those kids that are fucking diehard coming to your shop and you keep cultivating those kids.
For sure.
Make them fucking feel comfortable and then you give them shit inside your store because that's what we were growing up on.
Exactly. Right.
And if you want business to keep flourishing, then you make sure that they understand what we are doing and we're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You make sure that their mom, who's paying for everything, make sure she's stoked when she comes in the shop and that she knows that her kid is in good hands because you're making sure that they're going to be a good person on a fucking skateboard because skateboarding is fucking rad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's straight up.
There you go. There you go.
Well said. Well said. Yes.
So, if you want your shop to survive, then work with all the other community. You build in our small little rad community that we still have a teeny little core bubble.
Right. Right. For sure.
That has a lot of big business into it now. It's different now.
Yeah.
But which is it's not a bad thing because it's sick to have our friends. It's sick to see my friends be fortunate enough to buy houses and take care of their bodies and have their kids fucking be successful because of the money that's in it. Because we don't get paid like athletes. We get paid like fucking shit still in the big picture.
True story.
You know? So, like everything can revolve around it, but small skateboarding can still control big brands.
Right.
And I know we can. You know what I mean? And that's where we will always survive.
Yeah.
And we will keep doing it. You know what I mean?
That's why Kingswell's a great shop, man. You're doing a great job over there, and
And if you need a tattoo.
Oh, you guys do tattoos there too.
We have tattoos.
Oh, any 9 Club tattoos come in there? No.
Well, you know what?
Propose it to people who come in.
For you three, I will personally pay for 9 Club's tattoos.
No, not for me.
You're
for
getting
customer.
a tattoo.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No.
You brought it up.
No, I'm just asking if other people have come in.
Let's see Chris get a 9 Club tattoo.
Come into.
There we go.
We can do a live
How the fuck am I gonna get it on my ankle?
On your back.
Wherever you want it, Chris.
All right, day one on my neck.
The neck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You opened the can of worms.
I was asking if anybody's come in there to get a 9 Club tattoo. I wasn't talking about me.
Tomorrow might be a different day.
Yeah.
Oh, and 9 Club on the thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wants it. Yeah, he wants it.
I could just sit here on the table. Fucking 9 Club. You know what I mean?
Don't even need the neon sign anymore.
Anyways, I'm not getting a tattoo. Tattoos are very. I'm not a tattoo guy.
I mean, you're covered already, so it's
That's why I always wear sleeves.
Just from the torso down.
Yeah.
Full. But I'm just not. I wouldn't know what to get on my. It's a whole thing. I'm not a tattoo guy.
No, it's fine.
It's gotta be the exactly right thing.
No, I mean it is on your body for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, but we can always.
I guess they do have.
We can always harness the corner man.
I don't have any tattoos, and that would be weird if I had one.
Don't you have a dolphin on your ankle, Kelly?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah?
Both of them.
Oh, both of them.
He's also got Mighty Mouse on his thigh.
He's got a turtle on one ankle and a dolphin on the other.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse, and it's just like crazy. Sharks everywhere.
Well, listen, if you ever want a tattoo or a board or go into talk shop, go into Kingswell.
Yeah, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, boys.
For the history thing, though, I was trying to bring up.
Oh, yeah, we got more. You got more.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're not ending.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so
Walt Disney had an office there.
Yeah, so quick story.
interesting.
So that is, it's actually a big picture to
Go ahead,
what
yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Our space is where Walt Disney actually started everything.
Wow.
The man, Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. Yeah. So here's quick brief history because I've read enough and I've had to tell this enough. It's our space was a real estate office.
Okay.
Walt's brother lived here.
Yeah.
Walt's brother moved him out. We want to do your art. He did all his character development there, and he sold his first comic book out of the space that Kingswell is in now.
Wow.
And all the original beams, all that stuff. We actually have holes in one of our beams where one of the stop animation rigs was actually mounted.
Oh wow!
So we have Walt walking around.
I had
in
no
there every
idea.
day. Yeah, so he sold his first comic book out of this real estate office. They rented it for $10 a month. Yeah.
How much you guys pay now?
A lot. And
What a great story.
no, it's rad. It's rad. We have like these. We still have these really rad wood beams that that are support beams. But every time I'm feeling like I need some inspiration, I go, especially the one that has the holes in it.
Right.
It's, you go put a hand there, because maybe I want to have a world. Maybe I want to have a land one day.
Yeah.
You feel the creativity.
Kingswell.
DJ Land.
Yeah.
No, it's rad though
That's amazing.
to know that like that happened there, and then he made money, and then
Right.
he moved next door, which the copy shop, we have a little notary and copy shop right next door to us, and she gets all the fame for like all the dearly departed tours. They come by and they go there.
Right.
But I know we know what
time it is. Yeah.
The actual true fans come in a lot.
Oh, sick.
And they're like, this is the real doorway, right? I'm like,
Wow.
so yeah. But I mean, a little brief history.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool, like too, and which was funny because when we got the space, like we, landlord, like, this is the rent, and
By the way.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like that. He was like, Disney, Walt Disney, he drew his first comic book in here.
Crazy.
Are you guys into the space?
Yes, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
brainer.
that didn't make it more, and I just want to rent it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
Yeah, so
A lot of history there, man. That's fucking great.
a little bit. Yeah.
Wow. Well, next time I come by, I'm going to come by and hang from the beam.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're more than allowed.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate
Why
it.
you get a tattoo?
DJ Chavez,
Hi, boys.
man, everybody. Ah,
Thank you guys.
DJ Chavez. Listen, we got a couple guests. Couple special guests before we wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Next guest, Nora Vasconcellos.
Here she comes.
Our favorite.
Superstar.
Listen, Nora.
Oh, this is good.
Listen.
You're so happy when you get that.
What is happening?
How many times? It's just like Roger's house. There's flies everywhere.
Yeah.
I know, except
Flies
there's no
and moths
rabbit.
and.
It's a little large on my head.
You can
Oh, you
string
got
them
to.
down.
You don't get
Other
her.
side.
Don't get her hair caught in there.
Oh,
So,
much better.
what is going on, Nora? I must say something real quick,
I need to
if
put
I
this down
must.
'cause it's heavy.
Yes. When you came on our show, you came to Venice. You came on our show at first, and I asked you, hey, how do you pronounce? What's the proper way to pronounce your name? You said Vasconcellos. I said, okay, Vasconcellos. Since then, I hear you saying Vasconcellos all the time, and I'm like, now I look like a fucking idiot.
Never said Vasconcellos.
Yeah, you have all the time.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever.
You say Vasconcellos.
I say Vasconcellos.
Vasconcellos. Same thing. You're pronouncing the L's.
He comes in and he attacks me immediately.
What's up, Chris?
I'm not attacking.
It's Friday
This is why you
night.
guys
I'm
aren't
not
friends.
I've
attacking.
had a long day.
I'm not attacking. Oh, you've had a long day.
Oh, I've had a long day.
Wow.
Okay, he's all comfortable now. I've put him on the spot.
I like that. She like when she talks shit back
I
to
love
Chris.
it. I love it. So what's going on? Nora, everything good? Yeah. You just came out with not just came out. It was a little while ago, but your Adidas Nora. What was it called? The Nora piece.
It's called Nora.
It's called Nora.
It's called Nora. Yeah, Roger was there for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was crazy. I don't know. It was a very when Reda hit me up about it. It was a year ago. It was in like March of last year.
Okay.
I didn't really know what to think. I didn't know what it was going to turn into, and as it grew, and I kind of saw that it was going to be a piece, kind of, like what he did with Brian, but like I'm nothing like somebody like that. Like I'm not a legend. I haven't been around. It's more of for him, it was kind of more of introducing me, and it was one of those things where I was hesitant, but because I was gonna do it with Roger and Raj, and like doing it with all those dudes like just made it so much better.
Right.
And that made it actually like I was like, oh, I'll do this.
Yeah.
But like if it was anybody else, I would not have done it.
You wouldn't know.
No, if it wasn't Reda, if it wasn't like I don't know, it just was one of those things, and it was cool to have it be part of Adidas because it was like I said, it was like an introduction to like the team and being part of the whole brand. So.
Right, but you'd been on for a little while though. You'd established your place.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't like I had been able to. I hadn't gone and filmed like a part, so it was cool, kind of different thing because I don't think a lot of people knew where I was from or anything like that. So it was like a whole different story.
Okay.
And
so you had fun doing it. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a really weird time in my life. It was like.
What do you mean? Why?
It was just like it was like kind of during a weird dark time. I was like very sick, and like Raj came out and filmed the whole like me getting tonsils out, and there's like all this footage that we haven't. We should do something with it. I was messed up.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she came out of surgery.
How long did it take you to recover from that tonsil?
I mean, it's like a 2-week recovery of just literally 2 weeks of just sitting in bed.
2 weeks?
Yeah, you can't even exert yourself because of like the possibility of bleeding. So I was like, and it was the middle of the summer, and it was just like a weird time. But it felt good to get those 2 weeks out of the way, and then. I think 2.5 weeks after I flew to Copenhagen for Copenhagen Open, so we all went out for that as well. So it was like a good thing to get healed for and ready. It was a lot to jump back into, but at the same time.
Right. Now, can you only eat certain things when you have your tonsils out?
Oh, you can't.
I never had them, so I don't know.
You can't really eat anything. You have to do liquids.
Really?
And even that, you get so sick of it. You get so sick of it.
I bet.
It was horrible. It was not a good time.
What was your favorite like smoothie? Or something.
None of that.
Nothing. You had strawberry banana?
My favorite thing was about 14 or 15 days in getting some bread. I was staying at my aunt's house at home, and my mom actually flew out and like was my nurse because it's really like one of those things. You need somebody there. Yeah. You need to have somebody who's like giving you like the narcotics like at a certain amount of time because it can be really dangerous. And we had I remember going downstairs and nobody was at the house, and I made like bread and butter, and I was just like eating bread and butter, and I had never been so like happy.
Right.
Oh my God.
What kind of bread are we talking about?
I don't know.
You don't even know.
It was like
it wasn't like wheat.
It was like
it wasn't like wheat bread.
It was like a soft white bread.
Okay. Oh, I love bread.
My aunt has grandkids, so she had like all the best snacks.
Oh my God! Some of these restaurants I go to, and they serve the bread and little I could just eat
it's
that.
Over.
The whole. I
went
just go
to
in there
Texas.
for bread.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh?
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what's going on with you now? Now that your tonsils are healed up, you came out with the Nora piece. Are we working on
doing Rolling Stone interviews?
I know. What's going on?
It's like if I know, someone else tell me. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
No, I'm working on a bunch of different projects and getting ready for the summer because we have events coming up, Vans Park Series. But I mean, we skated with Daewon today for Diego's piece that comes out tomorrow. So that was cool. I was like really happy because I hadn't fit it into my schedule to get up and film with Colin, and I was like, I'm fucking blowing it.
Really?
Yeah. I've just been all over the place, and so we went out today, and then that'll be like cool to see everything that goes on tomorrow. But working on a part. So
awesome.
It's been kind of like a Thrasher part, but it's gonna kind of turn more into a colorway thing with Adidas. So it'll be Thrasher and Adidas.
Oh, cool.
You still working with Mike Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert.
Let me guess. Purple.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just making sure.
I'm only wearing maroon because you guys were wearing it, and I was like, I guess I'll match with them a little bit.
I'm only half wearing maroon.
Just one sleeve.
Yeah, just one sleeve.
Yeah.
I know. Why?
Nora, I don't know these things. I just throw shit on and I go.
It's
you know
good.
What I mean?
It's like matching the hat.
It's trendy.
No, I don't know. I just
keep it up.
It's been a long day, like I said.
I know.
We were up at 7 a.m. and
7 a.m.
Chris has never done that before.
I didn't even know the sun was up at that time.
It is. It's up at like 6.
What time do you wake up?
It depends. I feel
Normal
like
day.
Normal day. So if I'm at my house, I'll get up at like 7, and then if I'm not at my house and I'm like somewhere like here, and I'm like, or at my boyfriend's or somewhere, I get very. I turn into like a different person, like a slug, and I'll sleep. I'll wake up at 7 initially, and then I'll like just be out until 9. But it depends on if I have something going on. But if I can sleep, I'll try to sleep.
You try to sleep, right?
Yeah, but I also like go to relatively early.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
What's early? 11? Before midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before midnight is early.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. I go to
I'm just
bed
like
at
judging it off every other person I know.
I go to bed at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, well.
3 to 4 a.m.
Explains a lot.
Thanks, Nora. Anyway, so purple. Mm-hmm. Oh no, lavender. Sorry, lavender.
What are you?
You're trying to add what, the
in regards
colorway?
to
Yeah,
what?
the colorway.
Oh, you'll see.
I mean, listen, this girl, trucks. You just had the trucks come out,
yeah,
right?
I'm doing something. Like,
You're doing
something's clearly going on.
You're doing a lot of things. You're doing a lot of things, you know?
She's got Ryan Clemens behind her.
Hey, good person to have, you know?
Yeah, like it's funny because it's like, especially when you're a woman, and it's so funny because everybody's gonna be like, girls, they can't do anything themselves. And there's always this excuse. So it's like, shut up, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Donald Trump is our president, so yeah. I need someone in my fucking corner sometimes.
But you know what, though? It's not only about that. It's also about being busy and being a skateboarder and needing to focus on what you do best and having somebody else do all the nitty-gritty stuff.
Well, think about
you know?
how many amazing skateboarders there are and how many things are going on at any given time.
Yeah.
Adidas alone, we have we were on a shoot last month, and that day we had 3 other shoots going on. So there were 4 shoots going on with skateboarders at every one. One was in Italy, 2 were in LA. Like it was, and that's just one brand and one team.
Totally.
And it's like when you have multiple sponsors, it's really good to have somebody on your side being like, you know, this is a good thing to put your time into. This is not, and especially with the financial stuff, because I don't come from a background of understanding finance or anything.
A lot of skateboarders don't, too,
no,
you know?
And it's just, it goes such a long way because my whole thing with skateboarding is I want this to last as long as it can last because I'm having so much fun.
Totally.
And it's like the most rewarding thing. So I'd kind of prefer to learn and take it in stride than, you know, think I know things I don't know. So
yeah, it just helps, you know. If I had like a Clemens, like a skate manager back in, you know, when I was skating for audio, and you know, it was crazy, you know.
It was.
She laughs, but you know.
I'm not even laughing. Just
Hamilton's.
I'm smirking.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like if we had something like that for us, like back then.
Yeah, and I think
it would be so much.
Well, think about like just like the change in how things are going. Like it's so crazy because I feel like people's schedules are just so much busier. It's
crazy.
You used to be able to put all the effort into like filming a part or all the effort into like going on this tour, and your whole year was already set up for you. And I feel like now, especially with social media, it's so saturated with stuff.
Totally.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be so dialed into what I was doing on any given day, and I find myself like getting lost in, oh my God, I have to do this today. How did I not know I was supposed to do that?
Do you use your calendar in your phone?
No, I hate that.
Really? You don't
I like to write stuff down.
Oh.
I do use a calendar on my computer, but I don't like the Apple one for some reason.
But you write stuff down. But I mean, do you carry around like a little book with you, or
I do.
Or you just look at it in the morning?
I have a what are they called?
A wizard, the little electronic ones.
It's paper, and I write on it, and I make myself a week calendar, and I say what I need to get done. I say I need to shop, I need to get eggs, I need to get cheese, I need to get this, and then I have like
to-do
this
list.
other stuff.
Well, listen, we're all stoked for what you've been doing.
Thank you.
You know, yeah, it's great. You know, it's fun to watch you skate and
I like
do all
what
that
you've
stuff.
done. You've really upped the ante with these Yeti koozies. You have a neon sign.
Oh yeah.
Custom.
I mean, it's
big things, Nora. Big things.
all
here
I
at
know
the
is I know where the
Club.
money is going. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, big fans, and much success with whatever you do in the future.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're stoked.
Thank you. I'm stoked
thanks
as well.
thanks for
You guys
coming
have the
by.
rock on. All right, bring the bunny next time, though, for real.
Come to
Nora.
the experience.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Come back to the house and do the experience show. Come back to the experience, do the experience show.
Nora Vasconcellos, everybody, huh? Look at that. Yes. And next, we have Salman Agah. Salman Agah, everybody. Salman Agah.
The pizza man.
There you go. Look at this, huh?
There we go.
Hey, welcome, dude.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
you know what?
Thanks for providing all the pizza, too.
Yeah.
Thank you to Adidas.
Yes, absolutely. Can we give Adidas a round of applause for doing the DOS days and all this stuff? And it's amazing, you know? It's amazing. But listen, Salman, Sodi, what is it, 1993?
Yep.
How was that?
It was a surprise.
Was it?
Yeah.
What exactly happened?
I was in a van, a box van, and I was driving with Kevin Ansel, and I don't know if you guys know who he is, but
I'm not sure.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
Okay.
I mean, he's just. I would say he's a very important part of skateboarding culture. Mm-hmm. He's an artist, and I would say he's like a protagonist. You know, he's kind of one of those guys that helped shape sort of like the attitude that informed kind of the. I didn't want to curse, but like that fuck the world, like ethos of skateboarding. He definitely brought some of that element to skateboarding culture. And so anyhow, I was driving with Jeff Clint, who passed away. You know, people may have remembered seeing Jeff Clint in some old A-Treat videos, but he's one of the early founders of DeLuca and Real Skateboards and Thunder and Spitfire. But we were driving to San Diego to set up the trade show, and this was back in the ASR days. So I was driving, and we got over the grapevine, and Jeff looked at me. Kevin was sitting in the middle, Jeff was to the right of him, and then I was driving, and Jeff looked at me and he said, "So how does it feel?" And
you were like, "What?"
I was like, "How does what feel?"
Yeah.
And he says to me, "How does it feel to be Salman Agah?" And I said, "Well,
that's a really weird question.
It kind of feels like it's always felt."
Yeah.
And right there, they kind of broke the news to me, and I was really surprised, you know, because I think during that time.
Sodi was still pretty fresh back then.
Yeah, it was pretty fresh, and I just feel like that was like a very pure time in skateboarding, and I feel that if you were skating then and you were putting effort into wanting to be good at skating or whatever, you really just did it because you loved it. There was really nothing to gain from being good at skating at the time.
Right.
You know, so I was pretty surprised, you know, because I just felt that even though I felt I was pretty good at skating, there were a lot of guys that I admired and looked up to. Well, I wouldn't say looked up to, but I respected, you know, that were my peers. You know, there's Henry Sanchez, Guy Mariano, Mike Carroll, guys that I grew up skating with. And I just felt that they were probably better at skateboarding than I was.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I guess for the time, obviously I was doing things a little bit differently than a lot of skaters at the time. So, yeah, but it still was a big surprise.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, I think when you're a young person and you're really passionate about skateboarding and you have ideas about what it means to be good at skating and what it means to fit into like the skateboarding community, you know, it's a really great feeling to be accepted sort of into that. And I definitely felt accepted at the time into that, but to be accepted on that level just felt really shocking.
I bet, yeah.
You know?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it definitely threw me for a loop.
Right. Well, let's talk about, you know, Switch. You're like the original Switch god over here. You know, it's insane.
Yeah, it really is. I think.
Why? I mean, did you just want to challenge yourself, or do you felt more natural in that? Like, what was going on there?
Definitely at that time, I just felt that there was a lot of emphasis on individuality. You know, and I think that I think it's important to me, and I don't know if it's important to a lot of skaters, but I just felt that it's important to differentiate yourself, you know, and I kind of, I wouldn't have been able to articulate that at the time, but in retrospect, thinking about it, I think a lot about what I felt at the time, and I just knew that in order to stand out and sort of you know, make a name for myself or sort of just be different than other people, it was important to think about skateboarding in a different way. Right. And I think that another thing about that time is just that there was a lot of progression going on, and it was just constant, you know. And I think if you talk to Henry or Mike or well, later on Eric, of course, but there were, you know, that was just kind of what was happening, you know. I mean, Daewon was a big part of that, Kareem, you know, there's just so many people pushing, and
Daewon's still pushing.
Yeah, Daewon definitely still pushing. So I just knew intuitively, in order for me to make a place for myself, that I would have to do things differently.
Right.
You know, and I think as skateboards evolved and the noses got longer, it made that possible.
Definitely.
You know, so a huge inspiration for me at the time was Nodis, actually. Okay. You know, I was skating in San Francisco, and I remember seeing Nodis. He just straight nollied up brown marble benches, which was right around the corner from Embarcadero. Right. And after I saw that, I just kind of went full bore into nollie mode. And I just essentially learned every possible trick I could think of nollying. Right. Wow. And it just naturally progressed into being able to do all those tricks backwards.
Right.
You know.
Fakie? So, you never got into fakie? Was a big thing?
I think fakie was something, but it wasn't as interesting as, you know, going off the nose backwards, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And that's just kind of just how I thought about it.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, that's great, man.
You know, I mean, if you look at a lot of the skaters that you know, we all looked up to at the time in the 80s, you know, from Gator to Cab to Chris Miller, Lance, Mark Gonzalez, Nodis, they were all like, you know, every single one of those guys is like a pillar, you know, they're their own being, you know, with their own style, with their own tricks.
For sure.
And I just felt that in order to be that type of skater, that, you know, you needed to come out with something fresh.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
And I mean literally, switch God. Salman Agah, hashtag switch God. No, for real. It's funny.
I'll tell you, let me just back up for a second. So when I first started skating, I pushed Mongo. And so,
which made it easier to push switch.
I mean, it
Go
just,
faster.
well, just, I mean, that's the thing. Like, so when I first started going backwards, it just felt natural. And I think that, you know, one of the reasons why people recognized me for that was because it did look very natural.
Okay.
You know, it didn't ever look awkward. And I think that there were a lot of guys trying to skate switch and were doing trick switch at the time, but it definitely looked switch. Right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that was, I think that played to my advantage.
Yeah.
You know?
The cast.
Yeah, the cast.
What's up? What is up? How long did you have that cast?
I would say easily 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Same cast, or you'd go in and get updates?
Yeah.
And stuff?
So it's cool.
Go
so
get a tune-up.
tune-up. Yeah. So I developed a relationship with my doctor, obviously. But so I have a scaphoid fracture in my left hand. And it's a little bone that just sits right above your thumb here, and it's in the wrist. And I think a lot of skateboarders probably break that bone not knowing that it's fractured.
Interesting.
And so the way the circulation flows, it comes down into the thumb and then back up into the bone. So when it's fractured, the piece that's up closer to the wrist doesn't get circulation,
which is bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Basic growth of it.
Yeah, so and I would just keep, you know,
blood flow is good. We need blood flow.
So I just kept breaking it over and over, and part of the issue was that I didn't want to wear a cast, so I would take it off, re-injure it, you know, re-break it.
Oh, you take it off yourself?
I would just cut it off, and then, you know, I'd have to break it, go back, get another cast, and then finally I said to my doctor, listen, please just put the cast on and then cut it off, a fresh one, and then I would just tape it on and wear it as a wrist guard.
Okay.
So essentially why I wore it for so long.
With all
Got
the
you.
duct tape and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
And eventually I had to get surgery, and I had a bone graft done where they take the bone from the hip.
Really?
They graft they put it into the wrist, and then I
Trying to like stimulate growth or whatever.
yeah, basically. And then I had to do ultrasound therapy. So it was, it got to be
Expensive.
I don't know. Well, not just expensive, but skateboarding. I feel like there's a element of aesthetic that everyone sort of has their own, and I hated that thing.
Yeah.
Did you
and I
feel
hated
self-conscious.
and
I wasn't really self-conscious.
No.
I just didn't want to have it on. And the other thing is, once they had the ultrasound deal, there was a hole in the top of the cast, and I used to have to plug this machine into the top of it at night, and I'd have to sleep with that thing on, and it would,
pulsate.
or
do
whatever. So it's just, I don't know. I just,
Jeez, what an ordeal.
yeah.
Seriously.
So, anyhow, it's fine now. I don't wear a cast anymore, but
How
it was
far can you
definitely,
be,
it became,
back?
not very. Both of
Yeah.
them are pretty thrashed.
fucked, yeah.
That's about it,
Dang.
Do you get nervous falling on it at all?
Not really.
No?
No, it's not, because it's not really painful. It's not that painful. It's just kind of like debilitating,
Right. But it kind of became a thing.
No, it was definitely a
Yeah,
trademark.
right.
Like people knew me for wearing a cast, and I think that there was just this idea that, oh, you must be gnarly because you have a broken bone and you're still skating.
And you've had it for like 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah. Did anybody ever want to come up and sign your cast?
not really.
No?
Well, I used to. What I did is they started doing different color casts.
Exactly,
So I would
right.
get a black one.
Oh, okay.
So you couldn't sign it really unless you had a paint marker.
Right.
There was actually, I think Steve Caballero has this board that was a pro model of mine, and Real came out with a board that you could get a piece of my cast with the board.
Really?
Yeah, it was the
Little-
graphic. The graphic was an X-ray of my arm from here down.
Okay.
With the broken bone, and then you could get a piece of my
Wow.
my stinky cast
Stinky
in your.
Those things are a bitch, man. You gotta, with a ruler, you gotta itch your arm with a ruler. Put a bag over it to shower.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
When I didn't get them cut off, I would swim with it. I didn't even care.
You didn't
It was
care.
disgusting.
It'd stink.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't stand my arm. I just wanted to cut it off.
Cut it off. Right.
Well, how is it making pizza now with the messed up wrist?
Oh, I don't make the pizza. I did.
Yeah.
I did at one time, but
Yeah,
I don't
you must
do
have
that.
started it because you Pizzanista.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you opened a location in downtown LA. Then now you have a location in Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
How's that going, man? I mean, the location in downtown LA was like a hit,
Yeah.
success, right? Was it a slow build, or was it kind of just? Did it just happen?
It was actually really slow. That part of downtown, quote unquote, the arts district.
Yeah.
I remember being in there when we first opened, and people would walk through the door and look at me and say, "Why the fuck would you ever open a restaurant right here?"
Really?
Oh, all the time.
Wow.
Like, that was a common statement from guests coming through the door.
Interesting.
So, but over time, I just really had I live in that neighborhood. I've had a loft there, lived there for 15 years.
Okay.
And I had a
The old toy
feeling.
factory?
Yeah, I had a feeling about it. And, Abe lived down there. Barra was living down there.
Felix and Reda.
Yeah,
Reda.
yeah.
Felix and Reda were my neighbors. The barracks was down the street.
Yeah.
And I just felt that, just without that, you have, it's a live-work situation. So a lot of people who are either artists or professionals who can work from home live there, so they needed a place to eat.
Yeah.
I think over time, it's done really well.
caught on,
Yeah,
right.
it's done really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, well enough to open a second location. Yeah, in Long Beach.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going really well.
Is it?
Yeah, both stores do really well. They're, they in the restaurant business. The kind of metric is that you should be doing $600 per square foot, and both stores, outperform that.
Wow.
So
That's
it's
great.
really good.
Why pizza?
Pizza.
Everybody likes it?
Everyone does like
it's
it.
good. I love pizza.
I mean, skateboarding has been part of my life for 40 years. I got my first board back in Virginia, in Ocean City, Maryland, probably 1977. I've been skateboarding my whole life.
You grew up in D.C., right?
Yeah, I grew up in D.C. until my dad moved us out here. But I think that one of the things I love about pizza and I love about skateboarding is that the possibilities are endless.
Okay.
You know, it's like on a skateboard, there's no end to the amount of creativity that could go into what someone can do on a board.
Right.
And I felt that with pizza, it's very much the same. Okay. You know, you have this blank canvas and, you know, the toppings and, you know, it can get a bit cheese. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but I mean, it can get I guess cheesy, you know, but you know, the thing is, you know, you can be very creative, but you don't have to be out there to the point where, you know, I don't know. You see some of these videos now with people skating, and there's a certain fine line between being creative and just being whack, you know, on a skateboard. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So anyway, same with food.
Yeah. But you got the mac and cheese pizza, you know, that you only do one day a week, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
Why only Sunday? Is it too difficult, or is that what's going on with that
process.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really that. I just feel like
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
No, we make our own.
You make your own.
Yeah,
okay.
we make it all from scratch.
I mean, Kraft is pretty good.
Yeah, Kraft is good. Yeah, it is good.
A little sea salt on there. It's good.
Yeah, it's very good. No, we like to make everything from scratch. We do it on Sunday because one of the things about being in business and food and restaurants in particular, any business, is people don't really like change. Okay. You know, so you know we've basically communicated from the beginning that we do this on Sunday, and I just feel it makes it special.
There you go.
And I think that you know, we could make it every day and offer it every day, but then it just kind of loses its luster.
Do you have people lined up on Sunday just for that?
Yeah, I mean, we get people lined up every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're the supreme of pizza.
Yeah, we get lines every day, but you know, Sunday people definitely look forward to that. Okay. And people travel to come experience that. Wow. And it's not like, you know, some groundbreaking thing. It's just something we like to do. Yeah. And I think we do it well, and people love it, and we'll just keep doing it.
But it's special, too, because it's skateboarders, and we were talking earlier, you said people from all around the world stop by.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. I have to say I'm really thankful and appreciative to just the skateboard community in the sense that, you know, we've gotten a lot of support from, you know, and I kind of just say this because, you know, this kind of spans every era, and I said this to you earlier, but everyone from Tony Alva to Tony Hawk's been in the store and talked about it. So I think, you know, that's been, it's done wonders for our business. Yeah. You know, totally. And I think, you know, it would do wonders for any business, but I think that there's a certain level of authenticity with the Pizzanista brand, you know, being that, you know, I own it, that gives it that credibility. So I think, I'm very fortunate and thankful for that.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And, you know, to be here to do a pizza for the 9 Club.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So good.
I thought it was box you made.
Yeah. I wanted to surprise you guys with that box. I
You made a pizza 9 sta.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Pizza 9 sta
basically.
Club box.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I just, you know, anytime I get an opportunity to silk screen a box, I love to do it, especially for something that.
Do you screen yourself?
I didn't actually screen it. Yeah, there's the box.
Oh, there it is, right here. Right here. Pizza. Hold that up, Rush. Yeah. There it is. Look, the Pizza 9 sta Club.
Yeah. With Chris Roberts. Look
That's
at that.
right.
With Chris,
That's right.
Switchfoot Manny.
Switchfoot Manny. Yeah.
Right. No, it's amazing, dude. I was shocked when I saw that.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Wow.
That was the effect incredible. I wanted to have. You know.
Man. You should keep that box, actually. You should use that as your new box.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah.
How much is that going to cost?
Well, we'll send you an invoice.
We should make a pizza there, like a special
pizza, huh?
Yeah,
hey, this guy's got good ideas.
We see what happens when you come on the 9 Club?
9 toppings.
We come up with all kinds of shit, you know? But, Wait, when did you like retire from skateboarding? Or did you actually retire?
You know,
or was it, well, you know what I mean, though.
Skating, though.
But you know what I mean. Though.
Yeah,
like, not, you know.
You know, it's when I rode for real.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into this story, you know, because
well, you could
we'll save it
for the real.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
the real, you know, our
whatever. When
our
I
show in Venice. Yeah,
exactly.
Real night.
When I don't have to share it with Daewon, because how are you going to top that?
You can do it.
But anyhow, you know, I had a lot of sort of personal things to deal with.
Okay.
You know, very much like on an emotional level when I was young. And I mean young being in my early 20s.
Okay.
And I rode for real. And I watched this video with this guy, Tony Campolo, who's a sociology professor. And he actually was also like someone that statesmen would rely on for counsel.
Oh. Right?
So I listened to this video, and basically he said, one of the things he said was, one of the things that really hit me was he talked about people that he had interviewed over the age of 95. And he asked them, if you could live your life over again, what would you do differently?
Okay.
And the common themes were, they said they would risk more, they would reflect more, and they would do something in their life that would last after they were gone. Oh. Those are the things that they wish they would have done.
Okay.
So in 1994, I basically was so burnt out from like all the traveling, and I'd gotten Skater of the year before, and I was sort of like really peaking, you know, in my skateboarding career, but I was very lost, you know, as a human. And so I literally called every single sponsor I had and said, I'm done.
Really?
Like I quit.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, and I quit everyone. You know, I rode for Vans, Real, Spitfire.
I mean, also too, you must have been getting some good money too back then, right?
Money wasn't great.
Did you have a shoe at that point in Vans?
My shoe came out the very next year. And I actually sat down with the CEO.
So it was already in development.
It was in development, and I sat down with the CEO at Vans, and I just said, look, this is where I'm at, and I'm burnt.
Wow.
You know, and he said to me, his name's Walter Schoenfeld. Okay. His son ended up taking over the CEO position, and then later on moved over to PacSun. But he said to me, you know, this is very common with people who are involved in sports and who have like a high level of achievement. And he said, why don't you just go take a year off?
Oh.
And so I did.
Okay.
I basically took a sabbatical.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I did quit. So like Real actually made a sort of like retirement board for me at the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I did basically quit all my sponsors. And then about a year later, after that year, I hooked up with Lance, and then I got sponsored over again. I rode for Vans, and then I had like 4 more signature shoes.
It's amazing.
On Vans.
Wow. You rode for the firm.
I rode for the firm and
yeah.
had all the. I kind of got back on all my sponsors, but
why not go back to Real? Was it just not an option, or you wanted to do something different direction, or what was going on there?
Well, the other thing was that I got sucked into sort of this like evangelical Christian like paradigm.
Okay.
You know, so I sort of was drawn to Lance, you know, during that time, and you know, that was just kind of what informed that decision.
Interesting.
You know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're great though. I mean, you also Black Label too, right?
Yeah.
After the firm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still come out with a board every now and then, or what?
I don't ride for Black Label anymore.
No.
So John was putting out a board for me like, you know, once a year or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sponsored
Pizza
by them
Nista, Salman Agah Pro Model?
No.
No. Come on.
You've been riding paddle boards lately.
What's that?
I noticed you've been riding paddle boards lately.
I mean, I guess this would be a great place to sort of like put this out there. But yeah, I actually, I'm going to have a board on PAL.
There you go.
Wow, there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I was
That was your first sponsor, right?
Yeah.
First sponsor. Wow.
Yeah. So I want to say it's like I'm really excited about it. It's not like a comeback.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of full circle for me. You Stacy Peralta was down in Long Beach recently filming someone, and we ended up having lunch together, and we were talking. And this is another thing I couldn't articulate when I was a kid, but when I was very young, obviously I really loved the Bones Brigade.
Yeah.
And, I said to Stacy, I said to him, when I was a kid, I just knew that if you knew that I existed, that I could have a skateboarding career. And Stacy did sponsor me when I was 16. Yeah. And I didn't have to make a sponsor me tape or anything like that. He came up to film Cab for Public Domain, and Javante and I were hanging out, and we had all gone skating together, and we both got on PAL that day.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And Stacy took us out to dinner, and I'd never had Japanese food before, and Stacy took us out to this Japanese restaurant and bought a platter of Japanese food as big as this table.
Wow.
It was incredible. I could remember it like it was yesterday.
Is he going to take you back out?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I sure hope so.
For this new board?
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, the thing I'm really stoked on is that Court, VCJ, he still draws graphics for them. So I'm really excited to work with him and collaborate on a graphic. And it's kind of like the board I never had there, because I rode for PAL, and, when all the guys quit to go start their own companies, I went with them, so I went and rode for real, and that was Tommy and Jim.
Yeah.
Other guys went.
Because you would have turned pro on PAL.
I would have turned pro there, yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's amazing.
So I'm pretty excited about that. And I just love that board. I don't know if anyone's ridden that board, but it's definitely, the flight decks are legit. It's the best board I've ever ridden in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Switch ollies?
Yeah, I could switch ollie that thing.
Yeah, up on this table.
Probably.
Yeah? Oh.
Hell yeah,
okay.
switch god.
You want to take me to the courthouse?
Let's go. Let's go.
There you go. I like it. Well, listen, we need you to come back on the show where we can really dig in and talk to Salman.
Man, I would be honored. I have to say, every Thursday I work in my office. Okay. And it's kind of my day to wrap my arms around the business and kind of see what's going on. And the first 9 Club interview I ever listened to was Andrew Reynolds, and I listened to the podcast, and I had been hearing about it, and I listened to Andrew Reynolds, and I was like, man, this is amazing. Yeah. Because I know who Andrew Reynolds is. I've met Andrew Reynolds a bunch of times. Right. I've been skating out with Andrew Reynolds, not out with the Baker crew, but at different events and things like that. Sure. And it was just such a amazing experience to be able to hear him talk about his life experiences, and I thought it was so cool. And then so when I got into my office the very next time, I got on the website and I was like, okay, who else can I listen to? Basically what happened is I spent about 4 hours in my office, so I listened to the very new one that comes out, and then I started with the beginning, and I just been moving into the middle, and I think I've listened to every single one. Really? Yeah. I've watched every single 9 Club episode.
Wow. Well, we apologize for how'd you know I was going to say that?
You guys are getting good. You're getting good.
This is all by accident, Salman. Let me tell you. We just decided to sit down one day.
I was by accident too, so
there you go.
There you go.
But no, thank you. We appreciate that. It means a lot when people come up and tell us that, because we put a lot of time.
Oh, I can see. I mean,
and it's hard work.
I mean, I do Instagram, and that takes a lot of time. I can't imagine setting all this stuff
up. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to stick around to help us break all this down?
No.
Load up your truck? No.
It's past my bedtime. Okay. Way past. I got 2 babies at home. I got to get home.
Okay. Yeah. How old are the kids?
2 years and 5 months.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's amazing, man. Listen, Salman, you got to come back on the show.
I'll come back.
This has been amazing. Thanks again for the pizza.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm really honored to be here on the show. The show's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I have a lot of respect for you guys, the guests, obviously.
Yeah.
And
well, maybe when you're in your office, you could listen to your own episode.
Maybe.
Yep. Yeah. But and thank you for the new Pizzanista box that's coming soon to Pizzanista.
I got some other ideas about how we can, you guys need to make some money. I have some ideas.
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Oh. Okay, excuse us.
You are an entrepreneur.
Excuse us, everybody. We need to talk shop with something.
You know what I want to talk to you about is Ice Lounge.
Yeah.
You were like getting into social media before social media was even a thing.
Oh yeah.
What is
I've been getting into a lot of things before something was a thing.
Yeah,
you know,
energy drinks and.
What is this Ice Lounge you're speaking of?
You guys know Dave Meddy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know Meddy. So anyhow, Dave used to be the director of the YMCA Visalia skate camp. Okay. And I was the program director, and we worked together. And so we came up with this idea for basically a social media platform. We didn't really know that that's what it would be.
Okay.
But the idea was that if you go to camp, right, you meet all these skaters from around the country or world, and you spend a week with them, and then you go away. Yeah. So our idea was, why don't we create a virtual version of that camp online?
It was like Facebook for camp.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, so the idea was camp, and then we thought, well, why just limit it to camp? Why don't we just open it up to skateboarding? You know?
Did this actually become a thing? Did you build out the website?
Yeah, we did.
You did?
We designed and built a social media platform.
Wow.
So then, it was a really robust platform, and one of the things that it could do was convert all formats of video to Flash, so that everyone could watch the video on any device.
This is early.
No, it's beyond. It's before smartphones.
Wow.
So one of the
early
things.
2000s, right? Like 2002, 2003.
Yeah, it was very early on, and one of the things that we did early on too was that you could take, if you had a camera with a phone at the time, you could take a photo and post it to your profile.
Wow.
And I started to go around and visit with all the different skateboard brands, and I remember like Tomieto or someone was going on tour, and I was like, look guys, you can take a photo at your demo and distribute it to all the people who are following you on your profile. And it just, at the time, everyone was still very married to print magazines, you know, and they didn't understand new media, social media, and
like self-publication.
Yeah, self-publication. And as a matter of fact, like, it's very new that, like, not new, but it's like, it was taboo at the time to like promote yourself.
Right.
You know, the idea of like promoting yourself, that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
You know, so now that's very pervasive and everyone does it. It's not a big deal, like selfies, you know, film yourself skating, whatever. Like, there's no rules anymore.
Totally.
You know,
so you're bringing ice bath back. What's it called? Ice Lounge.
It was
Ice Lounge.
It was called Ice Lounge, and it was, you know, we probably had, I don't know, over 100,000 people using it.
Seriously?
We had almost every skate brand on.
No, but that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
What happened?
I sold it. We sold it. Yeah. So I sold the company, and then I ended up consulting for the company that bought it for a year, and they were basically ask-holes. You know what that is?
Just keep asking you questions.
Well, they ask you questions, and you tell them what to do, and they do the opposite.
They do that.
So they killed it.
Wow.
You know, they just killed it. So
That sucks.
Cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
But anyway, we were very early on in that. And the cool thing is, you know, all the things I've done, you know, leading up to, you know, having my restaurant, you know, I learned a lot, and I developed a lot of relationships. You know, early on with the Barracks, for example, I did all their business development, built their advertising platform, all their event sponsorships and things like that. So all that stuff that I did with Ice Lounge and then Skatebook with Mike Ballard, it all just kind of like, those are all just like stepping stones to help me develop relationships where people didn't mind handing me really large checks for advertising. There you go.
You know,
You also were collecting data too, right?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of data collection and data mining off the site, and it was really interesting.
Like, who's got like the most coverage in magazines? And
well, that was a separate company.
Okay.
So my buddy Neil Alonso and my friend Carl Durante and I, we actually designed another piece of software. We called it the Coverage Analysis Engine. We actually used to, and I trained all these interns, that college students, to essentially read magazines in an analytical way where they were extracting data, and it was all being collected into a software that could output statistics.
Interesting.
So it was basically, we were basically building a metric for print media.
Wow.
So Cullen actually was at Transworld at the time, and we were providing all the data for the exposure meter for skateboarders.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I never made it on there.
We did it. Yeah. I don't think I made it on there either. Yeah. So, but no, it was really interesting. It was interesting work. I mean, we could, one of the things that was cool about it is like we could look at look across a cross section of say 15 magazines from around the world, and we could pick out like what the most prominent color was that people were wearing.
Oh, wow.
We could tell you what percentage of the skaters in the magazines were regular foot or goofy foot, or which direction they were skating, or we could tell you like which big box brand like Coke or whatever showed up in the background of an image.
Wow.
Yeah, it was incredible.
That detailed.
Yeah, and we also did other work. Like for example, Volcom contacted me and said, "Hey, we need all of Louis Marnell's coverage for the last year because we want to get a work visa for him." Oh. So we provided all that, and they were able to then go get his visa.
It's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, so we did. There was a lot of stuff we were doing that people didn't see, but we were providing data to
like companies. All that stuff mattered.
It mattered. And well, the other really great thing was if you were a team manager of a skateboard company and you had a photo incentive package, you would essentially get a report every month for each rider, and it would break down their coverage by the size, where it was in the magazine. It was basically based on whatever your criteria was, and it would just give you a total and go, "Hey, you owe Kelly $5,000 for all the coverage he got."
There we go.
He never got that.
We get 5% of that.
So it was.
But that's amazing.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah.
Dude, we have so much stuff to talk about. It's crazy.
Yeah,
we could sit here for hours.
Yeah, we could.
Hey, by the way, thank you for the Pizzanista hats.
I wanted to bust these out. I brought these stickers that I just made.
You got stickers? Oh.
Yeah, everyone loves stickers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got here?
You can't have, well, now they're all thrashed.
It's all good.
Gum wrapper. So there's those.
Okay. Oh, new pizza.
Yeah. Damn. This one's fun, the skull and pin.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
You're really in bed with Powell now.
Right. I hope you got their permission.
Yeah.
Man, Pizzanista doing big things. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
This one's sick.
9 Club Pizza coming soon, huh?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
9 toppings.
9 toppings. Yeah. 9 different types of macaroni and cheese.
Only available on Mondays.
Monday.
Oh,
when we're closed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you close on Mondays?
Yeah.
You're not open Mondays? Oh.
Not going to make any money, Raj.
Don't listen to Raj. Okay. No, but seriously, dude, congrats on everything,
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Come by Venice and sit with us for a little while.
Would love to. I'll go catch some waves out front.
There you
and
go.
Then come and hang out with you guys.
Let's skate some flat ground or something.
Flat ground, okay.
Yeah, switch flips.
Let's do it.
I really only skate pools now.
Oh.
Well, Venice Park.
Venice Park.
Oh, there you go.
There, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Salman Agah.
Episode 100. There you go.
Salman Agah, everybody, huh? There we go.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you. And thanks everybody who stopped by, watched the live show. Oh, Strubing's here. Yeah, look at that, huh? Snuck in on us.
Bonus round?
We got to go home, Raj. All right, thanks everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.